Let's see here. Cat. Good. Good start. You looking for me, kitty cat? Hello, everybody. Good morning or good afternoon or good evening, depending on what time it is for you where you are. Welcome to your daily viewing of the cat butt of good luck. Hi. Let's see here. We've got oh kitty. Are we doing this? I'm trying to load up my stuff here, and she likes playing this game where she headbutts my mouse hand as hard as she can right when I'm about to try and click something. Don't kill the stream. You want to come sit on my lap? I feel like that's better. Everybody, greetings, adventure. God, I haven't even turned on the game over here. Let's get that, and we'll get some sound. How you guys doing? Kira always likes to make us feel welcome. She sits on my desk or on my chair, and she waits for me to start stream. She gets quite miffed on Mondays and Tuesdays when I don't stream. Hi. Look at how cute this little muffin is. Look at my baby. Hi. Hi. She's helping. Hazel. Scarlet. You're like, watching a new show? What have you been watching? Okay. This one in here. I'm logged out. Hang on. Kitty, I need to actually log in. Can you come sit right here? Thank you. I feel like I have a lot of light on. Maybe that's the normal amount. I was messing with my settings again because what am I if not changing? There we go. Happy free t-shirt day. Really? It's the one day I didn't wear it. I wear t-shirts every day of my life on free I guess it's because we need the free t-shirt. Got here just in time for kitty time. Hi, kitty cat. How you doing? Are you sleepy? I think we're all kind of sleepy. Our fire alarm went off at like 5 in the morning for just like a little bit, and then it stopped. And I will never know why. I closed the windows. My theory is that maybe somebody was smoking outside. I don't know. That's my best idea. It wasn't like the low battery chirp. It was like an actual like going off. And everybody woke up and nobody was very happy about it. Okay, we're logged in now. Also, sounds a little high. I'll turn it down when I get in there. Let's get in here. Oh, we're 53 already. This is actually coming along. I thought I was only in my 30s. WandaVision. Oh. Hi. I think I watched that one. I think that was a good one. Afternoon, Hazel and chat. Good afternoon, Mrs. Rock Guru. But yeah, we did not get wildly back to sleep after that, so it was a little bit of a long night. I'm just hoping that it doesn't happen again. I don't trust it. Also, I didn't know they could speak. I feel like at some point, the fire alarm, like when it turned off, it said something. I think it probably, I heard the word fire. I think it probably said fire alarm, but it kind of sounded like it said fire, done. Like the fire's over now and the alarm's going to go back to bed. And I think that's my version of things, and I'm sticking with it. Let's head out here and pick up our daily quest again. Is this a dream? No, this actually happened. I was unhappy. Moose was very excited. We came out front to try and figure out which one of them was doing it, and Moose was like, oh my gosh, everybody's awake, everybody's up, party! And then he had to settle back down and go back to bed. It was funny because he was like romping because he was so excited at like loud noises and both of us being up, but then also you could tell that he still was like really tired because he had like his wrinkly face on. Huntress, up since 3:30. Oh, work continues to be stressful. I hope you get a chance to catch up on some sleep soon. That's my plan for later. I have a feeling today is going to be a designated nap day. Building fire alarm would go off all the time at night in my freshman college dorm. Maintenance eventually determined that bugs were crawling over the light-based smoke sensor. Oh. Crazy. How fast is leveling? Pretty fast. Not as fast as Remix. Remix is still king for that, but it's pretty good. It's pretty decent. I'm at level 53 with a played time of 5 hours and 14 minutes. And, you know, we only got another 17 to go, and then we'll be 70. We'll be all set. A voice along with the noise? Yeah. I needed something because there's something wrong with me and my judgment, because when I heard the fire alarm, when it woke me up from my slumber, my first instinct was to cover my head with my pillow and wonder if it would stop. Not get up and look for fire, not look, you know, secure important documents and pets, my first instinct was, there's no fire, this sucks. Yeah, with heirlooms. But heirlooms, mind you, don't give you any bonus experience. They'll make your rested experience last longer, but I haven't really had too much of that stack up because I've been leveling most days on this character. Fire! Alright, I had a good run. I think we can get back to sleep before it's over. Twitch's main page preview showed you very out of focus with Kira's in focus cat butt. I mean, if that's not the purest advertisement of this stream, I don't know what is. Thank you to whoever put a bunch of battle pets I didn't have on my auction house for 3 gold each. Speaking of college dorm, my youngest son heading off to my alma mater this weekend. I'm sure that's a really emotional time. I bet you nothing makes it feel like time is zipping past quite like your children heading off to college or university. I don't know if I could tame that one. He's dead now. Maybe we'll look at it next time. I have a feeling that we're not that lucky. It sounds like something they wouldn't let me do. Let's see if we can get a little comfy here. I made a protein shake this morning, and then I had one sip of it, and it was like pretty warm. I guess because, I don't know, the banana was room temperature. And so I put it in the fridge because I didn't really want to drink it. I was being spoiled. But I've retrieved it from the fridge now, only to find that it's like separated. Like I blended it really well originally, and it didn't look like this an hour ago. I think maybe if I have a straw in here, but I think maybe if I withdraw the straw carefully, try not to drip everywhere. I have a napkin here, I guess. And then shake it, maybe that'll be better. Water weighs pretty heavy, sinks and separates quick. I guess so. This isn't something I've done in a long time, so I'm kind of new to this. I'm not that enthused, but you know, we can't be enthused about everything in life. But here, let's just put this on the napkin. That'll be fine. Seal that. Hopefully well. Take this away from my cat just in case. Oh yeah, that's doing it. How cold is it now? I don't know, colder. A little bit colder. I keep my fridge really, really cold, like just barely above freezing, because I find that's the only thing that helps my milk not spoil immediately. I don't know why my milk always spoils so fast, like well before its expiry date. I get it from different places. I tried different brands. I seal it really tight in the fridge. I made sure my fridge was nice and cold. When I'm transporting it home, I always like have an insulated bag that with like an ice pack and stuff. Like I'm really trying out here, and I feel like not as often as before. I feel like my efforts definitely have helped, but every now and then it's you get home and you're drinking your milk and then you're like, wait, this is off already. Maybe I just got like overly sensitive to milk that's even starting to go off, so I'm considering it's gone like earlier than I used to. Very late to the remix party. Do I have to unlock it before I can join a normal? You need to be the right level, which I want to say is 25. You need to be at least 25 to do normal, but I don't think you need to unlock it in any way. Is the milk on a door rack? No. No, it's on the main shelf. Maybe you should get a cow to drink milk from the tap. I know what you mean, but I enjoy the mental image of a cow in my kitchen who is themselves drinking milk from the actual kitchen sink. Ferris and Dam, thank you for the 17-month resub. Appreciate it. Maybe it wasn't me. No, I've never tasted milk straight from the cow. We pasteurize milk here in Canada. I don't know if it's like illegal to drink raw milk like it is in some places, but it might be, and I'm not going down like this. That's not gonna be how they get me. Oh man. It actually is a little bit better now that it's colder. It's improved a little bit. The brand of protein powder was advertised as the flavor being triple chocolate. And when you get like a pizza that's like 3 or 4 or 5 cheeses, it's implied that there's different types of cheeses that have been added to account for all of the various cheeses. Like, you know, you've got 3 different cheeses, 5 different cheeses. So how come that's not true with chocolate? What do they, if they don't mean 3 different types of chocolate, which maybe they do, but they didn't specify, then what do they mean? Triple the amount of chocolate? I assume that's what they mean. I guess so. I don't know. It's whey powder. I feel like the chocolate is mainly there as a disguise. I don't think there's not that much actual chocolate matter in here. Is triple chocolate a cake term? Sponge icing filling? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if I've had a cake that was filled as well as iced. I would assume that the icing is filling. Unless we're like sticking jam in there with a syringe. I always preferred the strawberry protein when I was training. Yeah, maybe I'll try something else next time. I also could try using a different liquid. This is just with like regular milk. I used to do almond milk, but I got cheap. And I didn't want to buy a 3rd type of milk this time around. I could try it with water. I was asking Flavia about it, and he said that it sometimes just straight water is actually not too bad. Chocolate can taste like chalk. Yeah, that's kind of what this is given. But you know what else it's given is protein. So, Nareth Zero, thank you for the 20-month reset. Do you like Nesquik? No. Yeah, I don't know. It's easier than eating an extra pound of lentils. We are going to this one. Vanilla, happy with that. Encourage experimenting. I did purchase not the huge, like I have a, like it's a jar, but I could have bought like the jar. So I decided the first time, even though it was less economical, that I was going to buy a smaller portion of this just in case I hated it. I wouldn't say I hate it, but I don't know if I'll buy it again. So begins the start of bulking hazel. I don't know if that's my goal. I just want to make sure that I'm getting enough of like the basic building blocks so that I'm just fueling my body for what it needs to continue building strength in yoga, because I need all the strength that I can get to crank this sorry sack of bones off the floor. Triple chocolate. In culinary terms, where is the original one? Hang on. I see the reply. I'm looking for the original one. Oh, there we go. It means you use chocolate syrup, cocoa powder, and raw chocolate for ganache. Oh. That sounds more like it. Doing awesome because you stuck with it this long? Aw, shucks. I was thinking about if any, I was having a conversation with nobody in my head like one does. And I was thinking about if anybody asked me about what my goal was, what I would say. Because, you know, different people will have different things that they want to achieve. Some people want to become more fit. Some people want to find peace. Some people want to improve flexibility. Some people want to, like, complete the different series. And I feel like my goal is just to keep showing up. just to keep going would be great. I think that's a good goal for now. I think it's a good goal for a year from now. If I'm still going 10 years from now, continuing to show up would be a great goal. I'm not too fussed with how well or poorly it goes once I'm actually there, because I know I'm going to try my best no matter what. I'm not really the phone it in type, and if I need to phone it in, it probably means that it's like a lower energy day. You just kind of listen to your body, but as long as we keep going, that's good. Least favorite question. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Yeah. It's kind of not that, I mean, it's useful if you're planning like specific choices in your life to consider where you would like to be, but it feels like if you don't know where you're going in 5 years, that is completely normal. And if you do know where you're going in 5 years, you could be completely wrong. There's plenty of perfectly good plans that seem reasonable and like they're definitely going to work out, and then life just like, I don't know, chucks a turtle at your head. Now you have to do something else. Like it's very normal to not be able to stick with your plans even if you have them. So it's not that you shouldn't have any plans, but I don't worry about it too much anymore because I've had a few too many plans just go bottoms up, to put it politely, to worry too much about investing energy in them anymore. Barely know where I'm going in 5 minutes. I refuse to believe the War Within is next week. Raw cocoa, horribly bitter. Milk and bacon cocoa, thinking it was chocolate milk. 1 out of 10, do not recommend. I used to like making hot cocoa as opposed to hot chocolate, which is basically a similar thing, except you're controlling the amount of sugar that you're adding yourself. Plus, I guess it wouldn't have the same kind of, like, I don't know, dissolvable milk solids that Nestle invents. I haven't done it in a while, though. I've kind of lost the tolerance for it. Is this the last week to gain? Probably. I think you'll continue to be able to spend them. I don't think they would take the vendor away. And if they do, then oops, because I haven't spent my bullions. I was just going to sit on them forever. Can some AI tell me what to main? It's so hard to pick. What do you have it narrowed down to? if you really want something to tell you, give me your top 3 or 2 options, and I will pick for you. Just logged on and thought we were talking about plants, not plants. What if we plan to have plants? Those dwarves are never getting their morn brew. Daily goal for me is to make sure my dogs are fed and happy. That's a good one. If I make it to the end of the day, that's an acceptable goal. Every night when I say goodnight to Moosey, my dog, we do his teeth, and then I kind of pet him for a little bit, and then give him a little hug, and then give him a little smooch on the head, and then I tell him, you know, thanks for being such a good boy. Get some nice sleep, and then we'll have lots more fun tomorrow. Every night I promise him that we're gonna have even more fun the next day, and every day it's true. Because even if all you do is you get out of bed and you're like, "What's up, Moose?" You're having fun. There's always a party when Moosey's waking up. He's so funny when he's funny all the time, but he's very expressive. Lots of dogs are, but he's got like these big ears that do so many different things. Also, this is not where I'm meant to be in my life. Maybe they're doing the quill board. I mean, I guess we can probably finish this one. He's got these huge ears that will do very different things depending on how he's feeling. Like, they'll kind of go up or down depending on how, like, awake or alert he is, and they will tilt forward or backward depending on what he's paying attention to, or if he's feeling particularly scorned. He has, like, a specific, like, he'll tuck them right back tight to his head whenever he's, like, if he doesn't get his way, like, if he wants to sit and wait for somebody or a dog or something when we're on a walk, and we, like, insist that he has to continue walking, and he's finally like, oh, fine. He'll, like, tuck his ear, like, pin them to his head and kind of give a big huff and then, like, trot forward like I was gonna do it anyways. Like, he's very much a teenager. Ursa Myth, thank you very much for the brand new sub. Appreciate it. Welcome to the Squirrel Squad. Melancholy Moose. Predict a lot of new Shadow Priest mains due to Zalatath getting a storyline. Oh, new WoW variety show. Oh, interesting. Oh, man. I was going through my records semi-recently, not super recently, but I was reflecting on the first couple. Can you believe they were a couple years ago already? The first 2 variety shows that we did, those were in 2022, actually. One was in the summer, and then the second one was at the end of fall. There was another one that I wasn't a part of, but full disclosure, used Prime sub because I'm poor. That is not cheating at all. Subbed on my old pre-identity theft account. Oh no. My goodness. Well, I'm glad to have you here. I'm sorry about the identity theft. That sounds like a nightmare. That's like on my list of worst fears. I have a lot of them. I've thought some disasters through, but that's up there. New pet for gifting WoW streamers 2 subs. I want to figure out some ways that we can really like lean into that, because that was very good last time, and I would like to do it again. Plus, the pet's pretty cool. How long can a list of worst fears really be before they just become fears, right? On main, Shadow Priest, Destrolock, BM Hunter, Ellie Shaman, Frost TK. Ooh, so you got 5. Wow, one of those things is really not like the others. You've got 4 ranged and then frost decay. Which should I be? Sister's epileptic, adopted a pity. He's 1 year, so sweet, and recently they learned he's epileptic too. That is strange. Hmm. Astria, thank you for the 40-month resub. Appreciate it. I don't know if I would set a goal of trying to cover that car repair though, because one, I'm pretty sure I'm not going to pay that much, and secondly, it was like an astronomical amount of money. People buy cars for less. Not new cars, but cars that drive and stop and turn and go and beep beep and everything. As a BM hunter, I say join us. Oh yeah, that's right. I was thinking about that. I was kind of leaning. BM hunter too, but it's like the Shadow Priest X pack. Plus, I'm gonna be Shadow. I mean, I'm gonna be holy. Can we do a stream poll for me? Maybe you gotta listen. I'm gonna tell you to be a Shadow Priest. But if you don't like that, then you just gotta like get a random wheel spinner online or assign each of them a number and do a / roll and wow. I've made decisions like that before. Got the new X pack, haven't played since Dragonflight launch. Any guides on what I should be doing? This event right here. Radiant Echoes will get you all set up and ready to go and geared up for the next expansion. It's very straightforward. If you go to Legion Dalaran, go to the middle with Khadgar, he'll get you started. You do little mini events, and then whenever the bar empties, there's a big boss to kill. And there's 3 different zones that rotate. Fossil Streams, thank you very much for the 14-month resub. Hazel, hope you're doing well. Leveled my first hunter during Remix. Thought you'd be proud. Congratulations, that's awesome. Were you happy with the decision the wheel made for you? Usually by the time I've put a decision up to random number generation, it's because I know I'll be happy with any of them. If it's so close that you can't decide, you will probably be good with any of the options. There's really no wrong answer anymore at that point, because if there was, you would know it. So there's nothing wrong with just doing it randomly at that point. S-Priest, then BM Hunter, then Destrolock. Those are my favorite specs for each class. Spend leftover currency, buy bags. BM Hunter is so fun, even if the WoW Pet website confuses me. Oh, level 57. Also, I have some serious talent points to spend. But I like to try and maybe scoot to one of these events before I spend them so that I can be like in the area for it, you know. Wonder what happened for transfers to not be back up yet. Must be a big bug. Are they really? Oh my gosh, it's true. They're still down. I wonder if they're at this point just trying to finish it or fix it before like next week. Like if they're just trying to get it done before the next X pack comes up. Because I know a lot of people were using the transfer to move Radiant Echoes around to... You don't have to. You can buy the stuff on whatever character and then use the Warbank, but it's definitely convenient to shop on the character that you want to dress up. What are the odds it was a duping issue? Hope they had bronze transfer. Oh man. Okay, what am I doing? I don't know. There we go. That'll do. Somehow able to duplicate currency? Maybe. It sounds like the kind of thing they would turn it off for, but you never know with WoW. Sometimes they can remove a banana in Telebib, and then all of a sudden everybody in Northrend starts walking backwards. Everything's just linked together in weird ways. Better it breaks now than during launch. True. I made my first Mechanome Tinker Hunter, and it's all Hazel's fault. Yeah. Madam Hazel. Completer. Oh, Commander of Collections. We're gonna have to work up to Completer of Collections. Emptier of fishing lakes, builder of kitchen, WordPress temples. Hope you're having a wonderful Friday. Thank you very much. Right back at ya. Can't complain. Even after even after we were rudely roused by a malfunctioning fire alarm. I'm hoping it was malfunctioning. I mean, it said the fire was over, so everything's fine. As far as I know, there was no fire. I still managed to get myself to yoga more or less on time, so we did that. It was good, actually. I was worried today because, I mean, I'm always worried. But there's a part of my practice that I'm trying to drop a modification for. I'm trying to do it like properly, and I'm like barely able to do it. But I just want to like keep trying so that I can be able to do it properly. I'm kind of trying to basically go until failure, and it's embarrassing to do in a room with other people in it that are all like well ahead of me. Or it shouldn't be embarrassing. I don't think anybody else cares. I don't think anybody's looking at me, but I was worried about it. But it went fine. It went all right. The instructor was really nice. I started doing the balancing poses and discovered that I don't have very good balance. It is very easy for me to just fall right over. Building still standing, currently not on fire. True. Can confirm. You notice progress yet in melody and muscles? Yeah, it's pretty cool. That's the other reason that I don't feel like I want to like quit or take too many days off, is because I've been able to notice my body changing, and it's kind of sick. I mean, sure, we're sore a lot of the time, and I'm not a big fan of getting up early in the morning, but it's like I have a lot more control in certain movements. There's some things that I definitely like could not at all do when I started that I can kind of sort of do now, and I'm working on sprouting my abs. I got 2 little bitty baby ones right here. If you really flex them, you can see them. Cool to feel your body become more capable. Yeah. I still feel like my posture is so bad, and just like so innately bad, that I feel like sometimes my instructors get like frustrated with it. Like they just want to snap my shoulders back and like put them where they're supposed to be, but they just don't want to go yet. But I'm working on it. Things open up in their own time. Getting into fitness was a game changer for me in terms of confidence. I'm hoping that happens. I think it's already happening. It's just hard to see it when you're in the middle of it. But once upon a time, I would have been horrified at the thought of like getting up early and driving anywhere first thing in the morning multiple times a week. That would have been like an absolute no-go for me. And now it's not even such a big deal. Plus, you never know what you're going to see in town. I was leaving, and it was 7-ish a.m., between 7 and 8 a.m. It was pretty early. I didn't expect anything too much to be going on yet, but there was like a cop car that was just like doing like laps and like circling, and then they would like park and get out and like look around and then get back in and then like keep like doing laps. They must have been looking for somebody, but it was unnerving while I was trying to leave, because they were like, whenever they got back into the car to keep doing their thing, it was like a fly. Like they were just zipping around and like making fairly fast turns, and I didn't know what was going on. It was weird. But evidently they were not looking for me. They don't. It's because we stayed clear of the raw milk. Take progress pics. Wish I would have when I started. Difference is dramatic. I haven't taken any photos or video. I thought about trying to, I mean, I guess I could do it now and record progress from now, but I thought about trying to record like a practice early, but I would never, ever, ever record at the studio. And when I'm practicing at home, I'm like wedged into my hallway, which is not even really big enough, because whenever, there's some things where I have to like kind of duck around the wall to even get into a posture. But if I do it out front, then Moose, gets very, very excited and, kind of tears up the mat a little bit. Change takes time. Plank position, pulling the leg in front. Can you manage that yet? I think I didn't explain it very well. You're not trying to pull your leg all the way like in front of your body. You're just trying to go from plank to pull one of your feet up to put it in between your hands to basically just step yourself into a lunge. I still can't do that. And the new posture that we're doing, or that I'm doing, that's like it's just a very straightforward balance where you're standing on 2 feet. You lift one leg, you stay square, you have your hands on your hips, you lift one leg and you just lift it straight up with a toe pointed. I can barely pick that thing up off the ground. I think it's my hip flexors. They're either something is very tight or very weak, or both, but it's very hard for me to like lift my thigh to any way, any amount of distance towards my chest in basically any position. I don't know why. but hopefully that improves over time because right now it's bad. I do have a foam roller. It doesn't seem like something that should be hard to do because like if I'm in a position that stretches it, like I can fold over to touch my knees to my chest and it doesn't hurt or anything like that. It's not a flexibility thing. But like if I'm trying to like lift it up just with muscles, it ain't going anywhere. Hip mobility can vary a lot. Don't worry too much about it. It's just not bad in other things. It's just that one motion in particular is like not happening right now. But that's okay. As long as we're moving it in the right direction, that's the important thing. Whenever I tried to exercise or practice martial arts, my pup always went into OMG playtime mode too. It's just so exciting for them because you're like on the floor and you're doing movements they don't see you doing a lot, and some of them look like you want to play. And Moose wants to do yoga with me, but his nails get into the mat. Stand up, try to lift one leg to your chest, you fall over. So right now it's not even it's going maybe like a foot off the ground. You're not supposed to take it all the way to your chest. You're supposed to eventually be able to put it up 90 degrees and then lock your hands onto your toe and basically be doing like a wow, I have no words. Here, maybe I can find the name for it. Primary series images. Can I like zoom in on this? Yeah. So this is a different website than where we normally go, but this is your regular series. So this is your warm up. I do 5 of these, and then we do 5 of these, the second row here. This transition is the one that really sticks me because you kind of go from here to plank and then you pull that foot forward, and that's hard. But then the one, yeah, this right here in this little guy, Utita hasta pasangustasana, lots of Sanskrit going on. My foot's like maybe like down here, like you could maybe fit a cat under it. Also, I'm very concerned about getting to here. Actually, no, we are doing this one. It's just mine doesn't look like that yet. Bunch of mini bulldozers with tongues. Straight legs also wizardry. Yeah, it's very hard. These guys, I'm not even straightening the leg. It's like bent right now, and I'm still falling over. It's cool, though. It's fun to work on it. It's very fun to watch somebody do like the full practice because the modifications make it like a thing that bodies do, and the full practice makes it look like things magicians do, and it's like... And sometimes they're like, listen, so we're going to bend forward like this. And eventually, the top of your head will touch the floor. And I'm like, excuse me. That's a bold assumption. Shavasana is my favorite. I like it, but it's sometimes I'm uncomfortable when I'm doing it in like the Mysore room because people are at different points in their practice, so you might be the only person that's resting. And I always feel like, man, okay, I'm done. I need to get out of the way for other people to come in. And it's not even that busy. There's plenty of room for other people to come in and do their practice. No one needs me to move. But because there's nothing for me to do but think about it, I'm always like, oh man, I should open up this space for other people like as soon as I can get away with it. Yes. Yeah, you do everything on both sides. You hold it for five breaths as reasonably paced as you can. If there's one thing that I've learned so far, it's that if I'm doing a pose for the first time and it feels easy, it's because I'm doing it wrong. Like I'll be doing something, I'll be like, oh, I can handle this one. And then they'll come along and they'll be like, so try and turn this thing this way and make sure you're engaging here, and I'll do it their way. And I'm like, oh God, that hurts. And they're like, yep, that's what it's supposed to look like. But it gets easier as you keep going. Very cool. Do recommend. 5 breaths or 0.2 seconds. I mean, there's no rule that says you can't just hyperventilate and get it over with faster, but I feel like you're kind of shooting yourself in the foot with that. They can step over me. Papa needs a nap. Something isn't symmetrical or balanced, I'm immediately annoyed. Sometimes if you have an injury on one side, you might not do the full expression on that side. One of my knees is kind of a diva, so I will only do half lotus on one side because if I do it on the other side, it really strains the knee. and I need to continue opening up that hit until it can do it properly. But for the most part, yeah, everything's done evenly. Not shooting myself in the foot. Weapons not allowed in class. Made my own little gnome priest because of you, learning how to heal, and so I can PI my boomy BF. Can we get the BF merch that says Boomy BF? Because I feel like that's got snap to it. Little label, little hat. It's got the chicken on it. Why am I doing crystal power? We hate crystal power. We're leaving. It's got to be either Quillbore or the peons. I can learn to like this. It's not even that bad. I've had worse ones before. I'm being an absolute brat. It's not even that bad. How's this memory doing? Oh, we're level 59. We're only 11 more levels to go. It is brat summer. What you drinking? It's a protein shake with a banana in it. It's okay. It's all right. Banana, not mayo. If I show up to stream and I start trying to tell you guys that I am slamming protein shakes with mayonnaise, you are allowed to unsubscribe. It's whey powder. It's not vegan, it's just whey powder. For a sec, imagined a whole banana sticking out like a straw. My priest is gonna be main holy. Hero spec to be determined. I want to kind of feel out how viable Oracle is for me and how good it is compared to Archon. Because Archon's much easier to play, so I might start with that until I feel confident with Oracle. No, I'm back at Crystal Power. We hate Crystal Power. Alright, so this is a beast. Let me beast lore it. Cannot be tamed. Worth a shot. worth a look. Wondering if people would give it a shot. Can taste what chocolate protein and mayo would be. Ew, ew, ew. Dispriest Voidweaver myself. Yeah, I'm gonna also do Shadow, and for Shadow I feel like Voidweaver is like the move because it gives you moving during Void Torrent. I need moving during Void Torrent. My doctor gave me a note. It's important. It is medically recommended. I cannot stand still and Void Torrent because I inevitably pick a moment right before Ground Swirls come out and then I have to choose between my life or my DPS. It's very important. You'd think that after all those years of raiding, I would get a feel for like when the safe time to do it is, but it's such a short cooldown that you really don't want to sit on it for very long. And I'll be like, oh, it's fine, nothing's about to happen, and then immediately something happens. I don't care what hero talent is better. I am a Voidweaver. Love Arcane too much to go Shadow the Sex Pack. Most DPS are of the opinion that health bars are the healer's problem. I have tried that before. It's just that sometimes I die. Like, if I think I'm gonna win that gamble, I'm all about it. But sometimes I have lost that gamble, and nothing hurts your DPS quite like perishing. Something always happens, yeah. I have definitely played the game though where I'm like looking at a swirl under my feet and I'm like, how much damage are we talking here? You know, I got some stamina recently. We upgraded our gear. It could be fine. You'll never find out if you could have lived it until you've tried. Do you have a defensive up? Can't play a caster because I move all the time. That's what's so fun about BM Hunter is you get the best of both worlds. It does mean that sometimes you get guilted into doing jobs because you can move and DPS. So any job that requires a lot of movement, they make the BM Hunters do it because they can do it without losing as much DPS. But my theory, if that ever happens to me, is if I just weaponize some incompetence and be like, oh no, I don't understand. I'm not really sure. Can somebody else do it? Then somebody else will do it. Or, you know, if I can actually handle it, it's fine. I don't mind doing mechanics. But if I'm on, you know, if I'm here to game, I'm gonna be on my healer anyways. If I'm on my hunter, it's because I'm on vacation. Yeah, bosses are just glorified target dummies with a bunch of stuff you can get other people to do. Got the blob boss in AQ40. Oh, nice. The Volpera I made yesterday is 70 now. Holy smokes, you've been going. You've been cruising. Do you think we'll hit 70 today? It's only 9:48. We've been streaming for less than an hour. Yeah, we got this. It's been going pretty fast. Me busy. Leave me alone. I'm gonna play my priest in war with it. Sad that they did not increase the drop rate for bullions in the last week. I raid lead. When someone's acting lazy, not wanting to do mechanics, hit them with "I trust you to get it done" more than anyone else. That would 1000% work on me. That would absolutely change my mind and be like, oh man, all right, they need me to step up. Like Eye of the Tiger would start playing in the back of my headphones somewhere. I can see myself like slowly walking away from an explosion, being like, to everybody, they need me. They played the card. I have 4 alts named Cloak 1 to 4 to farm the last pre-70 event Mog. Oh man, is it working? Check my playtime, reckon to be about 9 hours. One of the best things about Spree is they don't have a lot of interrupts. Can't get mad at me for not doing enough. Never watched Rocky 3. I've never seen any Rocky. I exclusively know about Rocky from Rocky references in other media. I've never seen the original. I think it's about a boxer. I don't know why he's called Rocky. Maybe he likes ice cream. It's unclear to me. Playing Oregon Trail. Party died from starvation, betrayal, and of course dysentery. First expansion that I'm playing ranged as a main. Since BC, kind of scared. Oh, you'll be fine. Ranged is great because you can see stuff coming. I feel like on melee, maybe other people have better zone awareness, but I just like end up staring at the boss's knees and then things kill me and I have no idea what happened. I think it's just his actual name. Does it stand for like Rockamus? Rockefeller? His name's Robert. Oh, that makes more sense. So, in an alternate universe, it could have been just like the Bob montage. I was tanking, so I just get crotch in face the whole time. Yeah. I feel like I need extra distance and room and clarity around my character to see what's coming. Melee is so clumped up that I know that a lot of mechanics that you need to isolate for don't always happen to melee, but sometimes they do. Maybe I'm just not used to it, but I take way more damage whenever I try and get in melee. I've always hated, that was one thing I really didn't like about playing Kyrian Holy Priest in Shadowlands, was you had to do your Ascension thing, where you were like AoEing around your character. As part of your DPS in dungeons. You didn't have to do it, but it was a real good idea. It did tons of damage. But you had to be in melee for it. And I would always try to pick like a safe time to come into melee. And something would always happen. I am a liability in melee. After 13 years of mating DK, it's all I know. It's chaos, but it's home. Sylvester Stallone wrote the movie and wouldn't agree to letting the producers film it without him being Rocky. Oh, I'm sure you know your boxing history, know what that means. Not so much with the boxing history, no. Whenever I play melee, stand with the tank, get one shot by the boss's abilities. It's really the last couple of, I mean, I guess it's always been a thing, but the last couple of expansions have had quite a few boss mechanics where it's like the tank needs to eat this and nobody else. We end up marking our tanks. And then every now and then in Discord, it'll just be like, if you're standing on a tank, you're gonna die. And then if you're in big trouble, you get called out by name being like, hey, so-and-so, get off the tank. Often me. Melee main that loves alts. Struggle to not waltz into melee on a clothy. One shots are fun to avoid when the tank dances everywhere because of happy feet. Yeah, that's no good. It's kind of funny sometimes. Every now and then, I get a huge kick out of it because it's a total accident. It could happen to anybody. But every now and then, one of our tanks will like taunt a mechanic but they'll mistime it, or maybe they won't know that they have the boss and they'll spin around. But for whatever reason, by total accident, at the last minute, like the tank busting frontal cone attack will just get like swung right onto the whole raid. And it's extremely funny the entire time, because like 2 people will see it coming and they'll try to be getting out of dodge, and then a bunch of people are like, what? And then they'll just get pancaked. And it's like, it's totally fine. But it's one of my favorite things because it's so funny. Nothing like just getting a bunch of people killed at once. Get my character yelling at me to get closer to the target when I play melee. I need to get close. Quillbore this way. Boss should be up soon. We got a bow, but I actually had the appearance already. It's just tanks making sure everyone's awake. I do raid with a guild. It's like a private family and friends guild. It's different from my community guild, so I don't. It's not really a content thing. It's just kind of where I raid. Anyone else here WoW old enough to remember the YTMND Shade of Iran chant? I don't even know what those letters stand for. Hunter spell shoots fire, ice, arcane swirlies. That's actually my heirloom trinket. That's the Unstable Elemental Confluence trinket. It was available in the Dragonflight pre-patch, and then there was another chance to... you can also get it now, I think. Something to do with the elemental storms. But it gives you a little proc. Well, this isn't going to be the one. People must be finishing something. Maybe You're the Man Now, Dog. It's a website name. Comes from a Sean Connery movie. 2 more days until I can get my Maruk bird mount. Oh, nice. Why is it... Is there like a time gate in there? Struggling to stay with one race for my main? Why is this such a problem? There's always something. Grass is always greener. Week of doing daily quest to get a different mount. Oh, is it for Lizzie the Thunderstomper? I love that one. Yeah, Lizzie. That's such a cute little quest. How bad is 61 to 70? Not bad at all. You can see it happen live if you want. I'm 61 right now, and I bet you we'll be 70 within like an hour. They've really nerfed it down to be basically the same pace as the rest of the leveling. Oh, I didn't put my lid on this. Yeah, boy still exists. He's around. He's on the loading screen somewhere. He's one of my 26 level 70s. I know how many I have now. We counted yesterday. I guess I'm gonna have time to finish leveling Gorla too. I'm gonna be able to do my my Warlock to hope to maybe get that offhand. Play Demon Hunter specifically because I can only be a night elf. Ow, 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 ow. My bad. I know I'm going to be a Gnome Shadow Priest, but sometimes I regret not having a larger canvas on which to display Transmog. That was what led me to play a Human Priest in Shadowlands. But at the end of the day, I gotta be a Gnome. I just gotta be a Gnome. I have to. I am 61, yeah. It's been going quite fast today. I think yesterday was quite fast too. We did some good leveling yesterday, but a little all over the place. Do you play off stream? Not recently. Sometimes different parts of the year, yes, especially during like the key season and the raid season when raids and Mythic Plus are new. But recently, in the last couple weeks, I've been playing only on stream. We got a cloak. We got the Recruit's Sturdy Drape. I think that's one of the ones. That's nice. I will never mog any of them because I don't even mog cloaks. But that's the first one I've gotten. I haven't seen a single other one. Although, what if that's just like... Because I had 4 missing? I don't know. Happy with that. It's a new mog. Love the different back animation toys from Remix. Back animation toys. What do you mean? First item that you got in 2 characters? First new one for a while, yeah. I have received a few other things. I've got a little bag full of recruit gear here. Today is free t-shirt day. Good for collecting and selling. Happy Free T-shirt Day. The event should be going right up until the expansion starts properly on the 26th, I would assume. Oh, those ones. Yeah, those are really cool. I was quite happy about those because I didn't have a legendary cloak from MoP. I played through MoP. I just never got a legendary because I was highly disorganized and unmotivated. And I was like, I don't need one. I'm not really raiding, so what do I need a legendary for? And then I, like, didn't get it, couldn't go to Ordos and farm anything, and missed out on the appearances for, like, a really long time. But now, we do have it. We're caught up. It looks so awesome. I like the Yulon one. That's what I want to do. Essence of Yulon. I might need to turn off the ninja transformation. We're at 8% on Quill War. I guess that's fine. We can just stay here for now. Oh, no. The zone's going to switch over. The zone's going to switch over. That's why there's nobody here. I play so much Gnome that sometimes I get on a taller character and it feels so shiny. Yeah, sometimes something like this is nice. I have a lot of hunters, but I do like night elves. I like this night elf a lot, actually. I like the arm tattoos with the face markings. And then this hairstyle is one of the newer ones that I like, but I never really used it much in a druid. I would put it on sometimes and then I would go back to my usual. Tried to get the legendary cloak and mop, but the PvP part killed my progress. I don't even know if I knew. Do you ever wish you were a different height IRL? Not anymore. Not anymore. I am very content with my height. When I was a kid, I was not happy about being tall because I grew taller than my peers quite early in my growing, so I was taller than most of the kids that I knew. Not all of them. I'm not like insanely tall or anything like that, but when I was in school I was the tallest kid in most classes, and I didn't like that because I didn't want the attention and because it wasn't very dainty or feminine. And then when I was older, I wanted to be an extra 2 inches tall so I could just be 6 foot, because that seemed like a nice clean number and an easier thing to say than 5'10". But I'm happy. It'll do. I can reach things, but I don't often ding my head on things unless they are really far too low to begin with. Never wish to be 20 feet tall. I mean, then I would have had to have gone into ball. Ow! I'm fine. Not enough clearance. Nah, can't complain. Had friends in high school joke about how they were going to cut me off at the knees because I towered over them. It does mean that if I'm standing in a crowd of people and I'm trying to see somebody on a stage, I can. It's very unusual for there to be somebody in front of me. I mean, I guess now if there's like, you know, big, tall people that I might not be able to see. But usually I was not like blocked in view of a parade or anything like that. You know me, big parade goer. Love me an outdoor crowd. Where are we going? Crusaders? Oh, we need to get the, we need to get this. 5'7", always blocked from the stage view here. People are very tall there, right? That's like national average height's like much higher than North America or Asia. If you sit on someone's shoulders, you can see literally the whole festival. Yeah, but it would need to be somebody fairly sturdy. I'm not huge, but I'm not teeny tiny anymore either. 6'6". I mean, sorry. Pardon me. Gotta aim. Listen, I bet you can reach whatever you want at the grocery store. I think that if I had been quite short, I know sometimes people that can't reach as high, if they want something that's on a high shelf, they need to either get staff to help them, or they need to get like a passerby to help them, or they need to just like climb or jump. I've seen that too. I feel like I would just like, I would have a limited diet because I would be too afraid to do any of those things, and I would just not buy anything that was on a shelf I couldn't reach. Like rocket boots. 5'5", average height. Can't buy clothes off the rack. Fashion industry prefers smaller humans. I had a, yeah, I bet. I had a phase where I wanted to buy clothes from Korea. I was really into like East Asian fashion, and I wanted to get some clothes that were like the ones I saw on TV. And I like looked into sizing, and I was like, oh, I'm huge. By these standards, I am an absolute giant person. There is not a chance that I'm going to fit any of these things, and that's going to have to be okay. I've helped so many random people at the store. No one, I don't think anyone's ever asked me to help them get something. But I think when I'm shopping, I have resting leave me alone face. I am not very approachable, and I think that's on purpose. There is catch-up gear. Yeah, you can get item level 480 Warbound equipped, so account-wide gear dropping from this event if you're doing it on a max level character, and you can also buy those pieces for the currency, the residual memories that we get. Currency transfer is still broken. Currency transfer is still broken. Is it resting? You're right. It's active. It's active leave me alone face. I just prowl through the store, scowling at everybody, snatching my oat milk off the shelf. Use the transfer a bunch. Yeah, it's super handy. It's just disabled for the moment. Yeah, it can be frustrating when your proportions are different than the industry standard. I'm lucky that my halves are reasonably the same, not the same length, but like the expected length, but I wear a different size in tops than bottoms. My life got a lot easier once I stopped trying to buy the same size and everything, and I realized that sometimes you're just not gonna match. Do you throw your oat milk at the cashier? Listen, we get up to the checkout. Slam it down. Go. I have rewards points. Would you like to see my Scene Plus card? Need to get the mail gear? Don't feel like doing that on my shaman when I already have the currency. You can do it now if you want. You don't need to wait for them to re-enable currency. You could buy the mail gear on your other character and then either mail it or put it in the war bank for your shaman to pick up. Thanks for all the Saturday news content. Enjoyed it? Aw. Thanks for watching it. Yeah, when I find one clothes store that I like the clothes from and I find that they fit me, I will shop like there exclusively for like years. I'm very brand loyal. I'll wear clothes from one place for a couple of years, then I'll find a new place and I'll get into that instead. Wife loves cotton on. I don't know if I've heard of that. Do that especially for shoes, because God, I hate shoe shopping. Yeah. I like, I don't mind shopping for hiking and athletic shoes, and it turns out that that's basically all I wear anyways. If I'm trying to shop for shoes that are supposed to be, like, fashionable or casual or something, that's a lot harder. And I've made the mistake a few times of just buying something online, being like, well, I'm not going to wear it that often anyways. As long as my foot fits in it and it looks okay, it's fine. But I hate wearing uncomfortable shoes. I have a pair of shoes that look perfectly nice. It's like a nice neutral casual shoe. And I got them so I could wear them like on dates and stuff. And I'll wear my hiking shoes on my date because it's so uncomfortable to put the other ones on. They fit, but they're just maybe I need to wear them in. I don't know. It's not good. Always try on shoes first, at least for me. How can you hate shoe shopping? Responded that I'm a size 11. Oh yeah, that would do it. Just make all your dates hikes, right? Yeah, I'm not going anywhere in my life where anybody would side-eye me for wearing hiking shoes and joggers, so I pretty much wear hiking shoes and joggers everywhere. If I have put on jeans, that's a fancy day. If I am wearing denim pants, I'm dressed up. Like, that's a fit for me. About to whip out the phone and take an outfit of the day. Miss Bingus, thank you for the 32-month reset. You own jeans, you're so fancy. I am. They're nice ones too. I don't buy cheap jeans anymore. Not to flex anymore. Not to flex or anything, but I realize that especially for denim, if you can find a pair that you really like the fit, and this would depend too as well on like your body and what it does. If your body's changing sizes for various reasons, then I can understand not wanting to invest a lot of money into denim. And when I'm saying a lot of money, I mean like $100. We're talking like I don't know, Levi's Premium versus Walmart here. I'm not shopping at Dolce and Bananas. Banana Bunch, Banana Hut, Banana Boat, sunscreen. Anyways, I found that something like jeans last so long. They last so long that assuming that they're going to continue to fit, which is a big assumption, but if that's true, I'm way more likely to actually enjoy and wear them if I spend the money to get a pair that fits and that feels like right for me, as opposed to something cheaper that's just going to stretch out and feel awful within like 6 months. Are you okay? No. I'm being fake. I know it's Dolce & Gabbana. I don't know if they make jeans. I'm assuming they make jeans. They must. I think it's a designer. Banana's just a funny word. You can stick it anywhere. Jeans do work as sunscreen. Quality over quantity is my clothing philosophy. They do make jeans, but they're awful. Where was it? Everybody's into the Abercrombie jeans. I don't have any, but I've heard that a lot of people have decided that they're like good now, which is surprising to me. Like stretch denim, like leggings, but pants. I was happy when like the 90s style mom jeans came back in style, because I was really sick of trying to wriggle into skinny jeans. I didn't mind wearing them once they were on if they were sufficiently stretchy and comfy, but I was kind of happy to leave them behind because I just hated putting them on. Internet Otaku, thank you for the 16-month reset. Glad to see you're streaming. Hope you're well. Thank you very much. I'm here. We're alive. Had to come back in a good way. They were big 10 years ago, since fallen off. Yeah, they're having a little bit of a resurgence, I hear. But I don't need any jeans because I got a good pair that I like, so we're all set. Skinny jeans for life. Others make me feel like I'm swimming in them. I love feeling like I'm swimming in them. They need to stay on, mind you. I don't want them falling down or anything like that. And then it's hard because if they fit properly and they stay on and they're nicely fit when I'm standing, sometimes they can then dig in or be uncomfortable when you're sitting down. But that's why I don't usually wear them if I'm just streaming unless I'm feeling like really fancy. Oh, I've gone too far. It's not over yet. Skinny jeans, definitely a love or hate style, I find. I wore a lot of them when there was an era where they were like the only thing. They were all the rage, and I wore a lot of them then. And I kept one pair just in case I changed my mind, but I think I may have donated those now too, because it's just, I'm a big baby. I want my clothes to be comfier than that. I don't even like wriggling into leggings for yoga. And they're very comfy once they're on, but I have to kind of, I don't know, squirm into the stretchy clothes, and I don't really like that feeling. But you need them to fit properly so that they're not gaping open or falling down or anything. This way. Colored skinny jeans have yellow, orange, blue, and red. Oh man, the red were all the rage. I had black. And then I had dark blue. I don't know if I ever had the colored ones. My friends had the white ones sometimes, and I don't know how they live with their lives. I would stain them to heck and back. Leggings don't mind because they're stretchy. I just don't know how to get into them. Like you have to like you get your feet through them and that's fine. But then they're like at the ankle and I feel like I'm just trying to like shimmy them up. Maybe they're too tight still. I think they're the correct size. They fit nicely when they're on, but it's just so much work getting into them properly. And I'm always terrified I'm going to rip them. Like I'm trying to grab them really gently to like pull them up, but like I also don't want to, I don't know, don't want to rip them. Metallic red skinnies, great for concerts. Assume you're putting on your leggings sitting down? I don't think so. I think I'm usually standing. It's also hard because I'm usually putting them on after a shower, so you have to make sure your legs are really dry, otherwise you're going to get stuck. Difficult to shimmy? Indeed, they may be tight. Maybe. Maybe I just need to bump up another size. I'll try them on next time I'm in store. I like the Lululemon yoga wear. I'm not sponsored or anything, I wish. But I swear I'm like 4 sizes bigger in them than I am in anything else. Thought you could lift your leg. Love Old Navy jeans. They're the best. I got a sundress from there like 2 summers ago. I don't think I've worn a sundress once this summer. I think I just need to put them away in storage until I feel like it again. I have these visions of like swanning around in like these flowing dresses. And then summer comes around and I stick on the same pair of shorts and t-shirt that I've been wearing for the last 2 years. Being a size in one store brand means nothing. Yeah. And sometimes even one store will like, you'll be different sizes depending on the item or even the color. That drives me nuts when it's like the same thing, but the different colors fit differently. It happens a lot if they offer like a heathered version and then a flat color version. You think that, oh man, this thing fits me perfectly. I'm going to get it in more colors, and then the other colors fit differently. It's awful. All the basics. Maybe when you have that house, you could be out on a porch or something. Oh, just to swan around in sundresses. I could totally wear them walking the dog and stuff. I see people doing it, and they look beautiful, but I don't know what my problem is. My legs get cold or something. Although, I'm wearing shorts, so I don't know what my argument is. Tomorrow will be my 30th stream in a row. True, heathered versions run small. It's so weird. Sometimes heathered stuff is stretchier because it's a different fabric blend is what's going on there. I usually find the heathered stuff's a little comfier. I buy it a lot. 3 shirts recently from the same rack, different colors. Literally 3 completely different shirts. Yeah, it's kind of annoying. I like it when I find something that I want to get multiple copies of, but it's very rare. I will pretty much never get multiple copies in the same color. Like if I'm going to have multiple copies of the same piece of clothing, I at least want them in different colors. If nothing else, oh wait, no, we're not doing this one. We're going to the Highland. If for no other reason than just so I know which ones are in the laundry and which ones are clean. Yeah, I've made mistakes. We're getting out of there. Same pair of pants since I was in high school, and they still fit me. Refuse to buy another pair. Hate going through the pain of doing so. I have not tried the Fields of Mystery. Is it a game? Same model jean, same item code. Size is different based on color. Yeah. You can get around all this if you try the things on in store, but I hate shopping in stores and trying stuff on. If I can get away with it and I can go at a really quiet time, it's a little better. But I really don't like doing it. So I prefer to like go try things on once, write down all the things that I know fit me, and then buy them online forevermore, but it doesn't always work out that way. It's cute. 90s anime makes with Stardew Valley. I don't have any of my stuff from high school anymore. I kind of shed clothes. I've kept like 1 or 2 things from 10 years ago. I have a big comfy t-shirt that I wear as pajamas. And then I have a pair of shorts that are like board shorts that are patchwork that my sister sewed for me when we were in high school. And that's it. Everything else has fallen away. I don't even have that many clothes from Oregon anymore. That's nice. They're real cozy. Every band shirt I've bought since I was 12, 29. Oh man, if I had a band shirt, if I went to a concert and got a shirt, which I feel like I 100% would, even if they were egregiously expensive, just to commemorate the occasion. And also, I love wearing that kind of thing anyways, so to have one from a show that I actually went to as opposed to just something that's thrifted would be amazing. I would wear it all the time. Pair of boxers I made in the 8th grade home ec class that I'm currently wearing. We live down the street from a TJ Maxx, so I have no excuse. Need to clean out my closet later. I love a good closet refresh. My poor dresser. I have one of those, my dresser that I keep my clothes in was only ever intended to be temporary, but it's made it through a move in like 3 years. And it's like one of those things with like cardboard drawers that are covered in a very thin layer of cheap fabric, and it's on like a really wobbly, very thin metal frame. The poor thing's fighting for its life. I stuff it way too full of clothes. and I've been using it for far too long. It was only ever supposed to be a little stopgap so I could, you know, get my clothes off the floor, because I had the pile on the floor method for a little bit, a few weeks when I first moved out on my own again, and that was not happening. That was a great way to make a nest for my cat. So I got this cheap little dresser, and it's really done its job, but I kind of thought I would have replaced it by now, and I'm kind of hoping I can stretch it until I move one more time, because if I do buy furniture like that, I want it to be like solid wood and quite heavy, and I don't actually want to pay to move it. No, it's not IKEA. It's cheaper than IKEA. The fabric dresser is like an Amazon drop shipped, flat packed, straight from China. Have emergency furniture, still have a small table from that period. Yeah. I love all the furniture that I bought when I moved here. I had like a little splurge moment when I first moved into this place, where I had some money set aside to buy myself some real furniture that I knew I was going to keep and move with me. So like my couch, my desk, my coffee table, a little side table. I got a few different things, and I love them. The poor couch has, I mean, a few of the things have seen some abuse, especially from Moose's puppy era. He had a hard time distinguishing chair legs and couch legs from, or the coffee table legs also, from sticks. He was like, oh, it's really convenient for you to have put this stick at a nice gnawing angle in my home for me. Thank you. So there's some damage for sure, but they still work. Firelife, thank you for the brand new sub. Appreciate it. Just now they're distressed by Moose. Good morning. How are you doing today? Nice to know that he thought the legs were worth these sticks. Yeah, maybe one day I would like sand them down and refinish them or something, although I'm sure I would make them look worse. He doesn't chew them anymore, so I don't really have a problem with leaving them being vaguely gnawed. The couch the upholstery has taken some damage from both the cat and the dog. I keep a slip cover on it all the time now, both to take further damage and also to kind of hide the existing damage. But I'm not in a hurry to get it like reupholstered or fixed or anything, because I feel like I'm basically always going to have animals, and I'm always going to let them on the couch. And there's really no sense in me getting too attached to upholstery. So as long as it's vaguely clean, and that's the nice thing about the slip covers, I can just throw it in the wash. As long as it's vaguely clean, I don't need it to be perfectly intact anymore. I had a fantasy for a few minutes about having like a beautiful Architect's Digest home, and I've kind of let go of that fantasy, and we've stepped it down into cute but works is my new standard. I think it's cute. Love from Brazil? Oh, thank you very much. I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful day. My furniture was it's Friday, and I need this moved in by Sunday. What do you got? Oh, man. There's nothing like going and dealing with something like that when you're just in the middle of, like, emotional upheaval. And you're, like, trying to shop for furniture, but your life's falling apart. Dog's more rewarding than Architectural Digest. Yeah. Black and kitsch will never go out of style. If I can't have it in black, it just needs to be funky and cute. Not buying a new couch because our kids love to scratch. Grown out of it. Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot easier to be not super, super picky about it. Kitty did eventually stop scratching on the couch. I would move her to her post every time, and she got the idea over time. But Moose just, sometimes it's too much puppy energy for him, and he just has to romp, and he doesn't dig on the couch anymore. That was what really did a number on the couch upholstery, was he would, and that'll tear it up in short order. He doesn't really do that anymore, but he'll still take like flying leaps onto it. Even though I have all four legs of the couch like grounded with like those floor protector things, he can still scoot the entire thing backwards. Even though it's like a heavy wooden, solid wood couch. He's just, he's got a lot of energy. Spent that first night literally sleeping on a pile of clothes as a bed. Oh, man. Air mattress, like $20. Had to use one while moving. I bought an air mattress because I figured I would use one while moving, like when I was moving from my last place to here, after I got rid of my bed and before I like actually moved. But what I ended up doing was getting a hotel room for one night, 2 nights. There was like 1 or 2 nights that I was without a bed, and that last place happened to have a little business hotel that was not super crazy far, like a 10 or 15 minute walk away. So I ended up just renting a room there and doing it that way. It was kind of annoying going back and forth, but I felt like it was worth it just to sleep in a bed. Air mattresses can get very cold very quickly, and it was like the middle of winter. But I ended up I bought it. I moved the mattress with me, never used it. Eventually gave it to my sister and they use it camping. What are your profession plans? I have decision paralysis. I haven't 100% decided yet. My main is for sure going to have alchemy. And then it's either enchanting or engineering for the second one. My druid is going to be gathering, double gathering, herb and mining. And then I don't know about the rest of my characters. I know I don't usually have the patience and the bandwidth to do endgame professions on like a ton of characters. So I think if I can feel like I'm doing alchemy properly on my priest, that'll be the important thing. And then like cooking and stuff. Winter's much different than my winter in the Southeast USA. I won't claim to have a super harsh winter here. There's many, many places. Pretty much anywhere else in this country has a harsher climate in the winter than right here. I can't complain too much. Maybe not enchant? Set it aside for your enchanter ult. But if I don't do enchanting on my main, I won't do it at all. But it's also not that big of a deal to not do enchanting at all. Once upon a time, I really liked having enchanting in my main because it was profitable to disenchant World Quest epics. But they really stopped giving out World Quest epics at the same rate that they used to. And I found that I wasn't making as much gold doing that anymore. And I just end up even like I had an enchanting alt for all of Dragonflight, and I just bought all of my enchants because it wasn't worth like I couldn't make them reliably. It wasn't cheap enough for me to reliably make them at the highest quality. It was just better for me to just suck it up and just buy them, and it was a lot more convenient too. Hi, Mr. Sonic Jen. I hope you're having a lovely day today. What has kept you actively playing through the less stellar expansions? BFA and Shadowlands, and consistently enthusiastic. I actually really liked those two. I enjoyed both BFA and Shadowlands more than Legion. Just for my own personal life. I feel like I'm always at like a medium level of enthusiasm. I'm always like pleasantly engaged. I'm never super hype and I'm never super disappointed. I'm always just kind of right in the middle. Definitely made cooking and fishing a bit more involved. Yeah. Love it when people just buy them. Blasphemy, I know. Do I have a pet up? I do. Yeah. I have lots of different things. I guess a good answer to that question is that I do a lot of different things in this game to kind of like a medium level of success. So I don't get too burned out on any one activity because I do one activity for a while, like I'll be raiding. And then we'll kind of ease off of raiding for a while once our guild's gotten AOTC. And then maybe I'll be into keys for a while. And I'll be doing keys every weekend for a few weeks. And I'll get like my portals or whatever. And then I will ease off of that, take a break on that for a while. And then I might be doing professions in gold making. I might be doing collecting. I might be leveling alts. I might be doing PvP. I do basically everything except for roleplay and like rated BGs. I don't really touch those things. But everything else... we mess with at least a little bit. And I kind of like cycle through things as whatever feels fun. Hope you're doing well today. I set a new record for myself of 2 hours and 17 minutes from 10 to 70 in Remix last night. Holy cow. Alcoholic, I have 40 plus tunes. Oh. 2 hours and 17. Yeah. Yeah, collecting alone could keep me busy all year round. Without needing to mess with any of the other things. Even just transmog collecting could do it. You wouldn't even need to mess with mounts and pets and toys. Every time I want to roleplay on a character, it's like, I need to make another character. Make their backstory. Love off-season Hazel, learn about collecting stuff. Didn't know I needed. I love collecting because it's basically an enormous series of tiny manageable projects. Obviously some things are going to be really hard and annoying to get, but most things, if you're thinking about like a transmog or a pet or whatever it is, if you isolate it and you're just looking for that thing, you've got kind of like a fun little project to work on where you're learning what you might need to do for it. You might be setting up a few different characters to work on it. You know what the goal looks like. You know what your plan is, and you can just kind of, I don't know, you do it for a little bit, and then you get the drop. Happy ending, story's over, and then you can move on. But it's nice and contained. It's nice and achievable. Sometimes WoW feels like a never-ending treadmill because WoW is a never-ending treadmill. So having like little things that you can kind of start, do, and then finish, like a story with a beginning, middle, and end, is very satisfying. Got the High Mountain Moose on my EU account. Very nice. Advice do you have for someone new to WoW? Started playing, game is so big. It is super overwhelming. Even if people have been playing for years, they still sometimes get overwhelmed. The advice that I usually give to newbies is to not worry about trying to do everything right away, to feel totally fine with like narrowing your scope and picking one thing to kind of learn about and work on. It doesn't mean that you're playing the game wrong or that you're missing out on anything. So it could be like, you know, getting your character powered up to raid. It could be doing dungeons. It could be something like collecting or like there's lots of different little areas you could focus on. But try not to spread yourself out too thin, and then bookmark Wowhead. Wowhead.com is a website that I use to look up everything. The comments there are my #1 source for figuring out the details on basically anything that I'm stuck on. If there's a quest I can't figure out how to do, I'll look up the quest name. If there's an NPC that I'm looking for that I can't find, I'll look up their name. There will always be useful information in the comments from community members, and that's how I figure out pretty much everything. What do you want to link? You just want to link, because I mean I can link Wowhead. There you go. That's the one. They do lots of articles and guides that are good as well, but I mainly use it as like a database. Just look up individual things whenever I get stuck on or curious about them. Like if you get an item and you're like, what's this for? Do I need to keep this? It'll tell you. Yeah. Raid because I want gear to be OP enough to do old content by myself. Use Wowhead 99% of the time. Yeah, there's very few things that... Like, I do use other fan sites, but Wowhead's my question answerer for whenever I get stuck. Still happens all the time. We have 74k residual memories. I should be more than enough to get myself a whole gear set and another 4 levels when we finish here. It's been going so fast today. It's only 10:30. They added the ribbons back to ashes. My eyes. You don't like them? Should I check it out? I have ashes. Let's see. Oh, I think it's kind of pretty. Uh-oh. That was Jiraxis. He's done. Do we think Thorin wants to show up? That would be really cool of him. I don't really like any of these ones. Wait for a second. I'm trying to figure out what you're talking about, Zoldak. I want to say sports. The Blazer have a new center named Klingan, and fans are starting to call him Kling Kong. He's big and known to swat shots away. That's gotta be sports. Swatting shots away. NBA. Basketball? Baseball. Basketball. Basketball. I'm trying to think of what sports they like would swat a shot away. I'm like, lacrosse? I don't know. I don't know if you guys are watching professional lacrosse. I don't know if there must be professional lacrosse. There's professional everything. People that train their hammer throw all year round. There's only one pro sports team in Portland. Yeah, but people love their college football. What is it, the Beavers? I used to see Beaver bumper stickers everywhere. How do you level in the event and not die? Sometimes I die, especially like when I was first starting out below level 30. We died quite a bit. Beavers and the ducks. Oh, the ducks, that's right. I was in Seattle a few times during Seahawks games. I didn't go to the Seahawks games, but they used to make a heck of a ruckus. They used to make so much noise. College basketball is huge here too. What race and class will never really click with you? Probably Worgen. I have one, but I used to say Death Knight, but I've actually come around on Death Knights a lot. I don't know what my new least favorite class is. Death Knight used to be the one that I understood the least, but I had so much fun playing Blood in the last season of Shadowlands, or not Shadowlands, Dragonflight. We had a little moment on our Mag'har Orc Blood DK. I used a website to randomly roll a character class or a class race combination, and it gave me a female Mag'har Orc Blood DK. So we leveled one and then played it for a while. Regret starting Shadowlands before 60. Campaign doesn't give Shadowlands rep. Oh no, Lich King time. I can't believe, I mean, it's a lot slower than Remix. Remix is 10 to 70 in 2 hours, and this has been about 6.5. But we're almost done. Level 66. Not a bad combo. I don't remember what the deal is with Sundancer. It's been a while since I've done it. That would be the kind of thing that I would look up on Wowhead. What do you think you'd play a Drakthir if not Evoker? I don't know, man. I really like Evoker as a class. I mained Prevoker for the first 2 seasons of Dragonflight, and one of the reasons I quit was because I didn't want to be a Drakthir anymore. I like the class a lot more than the race, so it's not looking good. Don't get me wrong, my Visage form was sick. My Evoker I really liked the Visage form I set up for her. But I never really wanted to be a dragon. I didn't particularly enjoy it. I felt like a big lizard. I like the way the healing spec functioned a lot, but I was very happy to go back to being a gnome. Give us Drakthir druids. My number one race would be gnomes for druids. I know that there's better arguments for everything else. I don't care. I want gnomes that get into little mechs like Diva. No. Them new folk with their large leathery wings. Tried Evokers in Remix, fully expecting to hate it, ended up loving to play her. The specs are so fun. The class is amazing. And I'm like cranky. Like, I hated Demon Hunters when they came out because I was like, what is this zippy zappy zoopy thing? Why are they jumping around all crazy? Why are so many things happening when I press one button? What is this newfangled stuff? Get off my lawn. Like, I was cranky about it. And Evokers are, if anything, even more modern. But they feel really good to me. Wish you could stay in Visage in combat. Yeah. No more Dwarf Druid. Feels inevitable. Love Demon Hunter because of the mobility. They just go so fast. I feel like all the Demon Hunters that I know are all the people that just can't sit still. Like, they're always, like, Melee are always kind of jump happy, but Demon Hunters are, they bounce around like popcorn. Little Energizer bunnies. Guilty. Definitely not a bad thing. It's just funny. When I first saw monks flying in Mists of Pandaria, I thought they were broken too. Oh, augmentation's gonna be on every group. Gotcha. For a moment, I thought we were talking about the month of August, and I was very lost. Like something was gonna happen in August that was gonna make all of us go Evoker. Koala bear form for gnome just makes sense. Demon Hunters are too fast, annoys me, unlike Evoker. Drakthir Evoker feels better. Yeah, I like my Demon Hunter, but I don't play it very much. I don't have any feeling of understanding or connection with what happens whenever I press the keybinds. Volpera druids with a hippo guardian form and an Audic feral. Oh, an Audic feral druid would be crazy. Druids are pretty zen. Hot everyone up, spot heal as I go. Hello Hazel, hello Flagspin, how are you doing today? Blood Elf, there's precedence for Blood Elf Druid in that one boss in that dungeon. The Botanica. There's a Blood Elf Druid boss in the Botanica. I think he turns into like a lynx. First time viewer, doing okay? I'm glad to have you here. Good to hear it. I'm doing good. I'm happy. I'm streaming. I was kind of crabby this morning because my fire alarm woke me up at 5 a.m. and I wasn't pleased about it, but I've been having such a fun stream that I don't mind. Even the Nightborn don't mind messing with nature magic. Night Elf raid boss in Nighthold turns into a plant. Lynx would make sense. I feel like I don't see the lynx around much. Like, you can totally tame them as hunter pets. And if I had a Blood Elf Hunter, I probably would. Botanist Freywin, that's the one. That's the guy. I don't recall if he turns into anything else. I mainly remember the lynx. It's gonna be embarrassing if he doesn't turn into a lynx. If I'm just making that up. Wish they'd give me a Blood Elf Druid so bad. Mad at the one hunter who tamed a druid in bear form and underball. Does he turn into a treant? There's also like a tree in there too. He might have a tree form. I wonder if he's in the dungeon journal. Dungeons BC Botanica. Of course it's not in alphabetical order. Why would it be in alphabetical order? There's Botanica. There's Freywin. Doesn't have any extra models listed. If we look at his abilities, he plants seeds. He does have a tree form. Does he not have a cat form? That's embarrassing. Maybe on heroic. Never mind. No mage beside you has a cute hat? Oh, I didn't see. Cat form would be amazing regardless. Oh, we're really close. We're at 67. It'll be fun getting this character, like, properly geared. I can just go to the vendor and basically pick up one of everything. I've got this champion bow ready to go. And then we can go catalyze all of it. And then we can go get ourselves, I want to go tame a few pets. I wanted to tame some pets from the Emerald Dream. Enjoy the sound of arrows with the Illyria bow. So if they're not doing the Crusaders, where are people doing? Champions calls up here. High Botanist to Larn's a Nightborn Druid. Yeah, I think they'll expand him eventually. They just don't seem like they're in a hurry. You gotta leave some tricks up your sleeve to sell future expansions, you know? I like hunters in really minimal Mog. It's fun having them just kind of out there without feeling like she's being swallowed by her armor. Do you consider the Black Prince good or bad? I hadn't thought about it. It's like a real cop-out answer for me, but I don't know if I consider any person or character to be wholly good or bad. You know. People do good and bad things. I'm liking the middlemost mods too. How many priests are going to use Xalatath as their Mog? Feels like you'd have to. Maybe. I always end up with stabs. I like two-handers when I can get them. Pretty sure Gul'dan was 100% bad. You say that, but like, if we like went back in time and found out more about him, and it turns out like the whole time he had like a little kitten at home, I would forgive him like instantly. Like that's all it really takes. Somebody can be a horrible person, and you show me like it's a cheat code. You show me a photo of them with like a dog or a cat, or they're like being nice to a rabbit or something, and I'm like, oh, they're not all bad. That's Kel'Thuzad's redeeming feature. Do they still give you a default pet on on a Void Elf. I know that you have to tame your own pet when you make a non-allied race hunter. Hot take, the Titans are evil. Re-originating worlds that don't fall in line is pretty sus. What if that's what my computer thinks about me every time I restart it when it's, like, encountering errors, though? I'm constantly turning stuff off and back on. I thought the jailer was comical. I couldn't tell you a single thing the jailer said. I don't think I listened to his voice acting all expansion. I enjoyed how he could plug his battery in and out like Iron Man. But I don't know what was going on with him. He was very tall. He was aggressively bald. He was pretty ripped. And I didn't like his fight because I would fall into his holes in the floor. The allied races give you a default pet, pretty sure. You remember that? You had to like jump into them at the right time to get like shot back out of them like popcorn. It was awful. That fight was awful. And then there was like, I mean, not awful. It was a cool fight. I was bad at it is what I'm trying to say. There was a, because you know, pillars come up and you have to break line of sight, which is like a healer's worst nightmare because half of the people decide they're going to go hide behind this pillar and they're like all dying and they're nowhere close to me. And yeah, God forbid someone else tried to claim your hole too. I should have said something other than hole. I should have picked a different word. Phrasing, right? I started it. It's my own fault. PTSD. Convinced that it blows dev logged in invisible just so they could watch players fall down and laugh. Think the weak cores for that fight have become Exhibit A for people arguing what add-ons gone too far. Yeah. Oh dear. Oh, we're almost there. We're at 68. Holes was a good book. Stanley Yelnat. He was my... I had to read it for school, but sometimes when I had to read a book for school, I would end up continuing to read them. Because some of them were just good. I liked Holes. I liked Hatchet, Gary Paulson. Very, very good. I liked The Giver as well. Kind of tempted to reread that one. That was kind of cool. I liked the idea of like a hypothetical society where you turn to a certain age and they just give you your job and then you do it. I know it was not like a utopian book, but that always appealed to me. The guy that made Holander's fight was all smiles when the top guild face planted into it during Race to Worlders. Wonder how they're going to reintroduce Sylvanas after the debut of the Illyria video. The Wayside School books to my kids. I don't think I remember those. Wait. How could this happen to me? I'm not even in Dustwallow Marsh. My hunter pet's a ninja and I don't understand why. I know that the Deviant Snacks event can do that, but I swear that event... It's... Well, 40... Has it been that way the whole time? Have I had my hunter pet be a tiny ninja for the last hour? You'd think I would have noticed. Does it to my pet too, you can't click it off. Deviant Delight turns pets into ninjas pirates too. It was so long ago. That event was in the last zone. I thought for sure that I would have noticed, but I guess not. I guess I haven't been paying that much attention to my pet. Also, it's 11:15. Should take a short break. We are 68 and a half. Yeah, I'll take a couple minutes here. Beer beat. Hello, welcome back. welcome back to me. Actually, I'm the one that came back. Let me find an event to stick myself and my creepy little pet. And I need to actually check on my messages real quick. You can tame Grong from BFA after launch. He is a monkey. I think he's an ape. I've been reading Discworld novels, and there's an ongoing gag that the librarian of the Unseen University in that universe is an orangutan that was formerly a human, but he's an orangutan now. And he gets very upset if you call him a monkey because he is an ape. Now anytime any ape gets mistakenly identified, that just makes me think of that. Although I think Grong's like a mecha gorilla. Let me see.
Are these echoes a message or merely a response?
What happened to Gold World Quests? They nerfed them ahead of the next expansion. I'm hoping we'll be getting all kinds of gold doing new races and new world quests in the War Within, but we're not gonna be making bank out of these zones. I wish they'd nerfed them a little later. It would have been nice if it happened like on top of launch. I wouldn't have felt as bad about it, but I could have been doing gold world quests for this. I mean, obviously I'm leveling, I'm fine, but wasted 30 minutes waiting for a tank for him to get assist and kick everyone. Oh my goodness. That sounds like a really useless exercise. Like, you could have just started your own group at that point. Feel dumb for not doing them earlier now. I know, we were talking about it last week, and I was waiting, but I was all happy about the idea. I was gonna see if I could crank up some gold to do some last minute shopping from Mistress Yulon. After I bought that 100k transmog, right? Hey, at least you got it though. You got your Scarab shield. They typically will take a pass at an expansion when it's not current anymore to cut off the gold from it so that you don't feel like you have to farm raw gold for multiple expansions at a time. They've done it before. Sometimes they're more heavy-handed than others, but this one's just a little early. Yeah, apparently it's only like 100 gold for a Dragon Race bag, down from like 500. So I feel like I'm never doing them again. At least not those ones. There are new ones, I understand. We can do those. Farming them last week, and then it all went away. I wonder how much gold I'm going to have after my remix characters get converted, because they get to keep the amount of gold that they had. And then they also get like a little bit of new gold, enough to get them started in Dragonflight, whatever that means. We'll have to see. Amy, thank you very much for the 18-month resub. Happy year and a half. My goodness, time flies.
No time for nostalgia, champion.
I wonder how the world quests are going to feel in the War Within. I didn't do too many Dragonflight world quests because they had the same problem as the Shadowlands ones to me, where they were just a little too much. Sold a haunch of meat transmog for 100k. Feels like I should have posted it for more. Oh man, that's the worst when it goes really quickly and you're like, wait, did I mess up? Hey, it's 100k in your pocket today. No one ever went broke taking a profit. That's right. Here, let me look it up. I'm curious. Undermine exchange. Haunch of meat. I'll show you what I do to check on stuff like that. Oh, do you know what it's called? Haunch of meat transmog. The actual item. Might be discontinued. The other one was 600k. I'll usually look it up on undermine.exchange and see how many there are, how much they usually go for, how plentiful they are, because if it's something that there really only is one or two of, you can get a lot for it. But 100k, pretty good for Monk. Okay. Only one level left. And then I'm gonna get my gear off the vendor. And then I'm gonna go tame a couple of hunter pets. I know I want a Dream Darter, and I know I want a Somnowl. I haven't picked a Tenacity pet yet. I'll get those two first, and then I'll look into a Tenacity pet. Apparently don't get the Soothe button unless you use the Kyrian Foe Goblin Glider. Oh, that's right. I have to see if I can get it in less than 3 tries. Yeah, nice that they run the auction house. Have you gotten the Thorn pets? Thorn pets. What do you mean? I'm pretty sure I have every pet from Dragonflight, but I don't remember. I don't remember what what that specifically is. Thorn Kitty and Thorn Bear. Oh, the hunter pets. Oh, no. I don't have any hunter pets from the dream yet. Sorry, I was thinking of battle pets. Tamed the BFA raid boss last night, and I'm obsessed with Fetid as a pet. Fetid Devourer? BFA raid bosses. I need to see it. I must look. Raids, BFA. Was it this one? No. Was it Old Year? Yeah. Oh. I don't know if I ever noticed that it has like a Stormwind Lion head and then it has like a beaky bird. The skull head looks expected. The other two look kind of funny. I didn't know you could tame that. That's cool. What is the hardest thing you have done in WoW? Farm the Brutosaur, raid title, particularly achievement. There's a few contenders, but the hardest thing ever was probably when I was trying to learn how to PvP all the time. A million years ago in Warlords of Draenor, Season 2, 3, 2 and 3 mainly. I was really trying to practice and climb arena raiding and whatnot. And I was sweating harder than I ever sweat in this game. We got a career high rating of 2597. And if I had just sat on that, I would have at least one Glad title. But I didn't sit on it. I didn't get Glad, and I've never even come close to that since. I haven't tried that hard in a long time. I'm no good anymore. Marome Hughes, thank you for the 9-month resub. Don't mind me. Just needed to do this. Well, thank you. Yeah, I like Petopia for Hunter Pet Tames as well. Monk or Paladin Healer? No, not really. I like, I mean, I have them for, I've tried them, but I don't know if it would count as for real. Thanks, Whipwap. PvP is hard. Have cutting edge. Can't bother to go above 1600 in PvP. It was double scary to me because not only did I find the gameplay to be like really difficult and very twitchy and reaction time based, but I also had to push past my social fears of being yelled at and of just like talking to people that I didn't know yet. Because I pugged a lot. I did have a few regular teams I would play with, but I pugged a lot to practice at that time. Ardred player in arenas, I love it. Upset about adaptive swarm being removed. Well, not hard. The real exercise and patience would have been the midnight farm. That did take a while, didn't it? I'm usually pretty patient, and that one was starting to wear on me a little bit. I think other things that I found really challenging, the insane grind was just a very long one that was very endurance based. Those things don't feel as hard to me. I can do one thing for a long time without it hurting too bad. Doing the Shadow Priest Mage Tower challenge when it was re-released the second time, so the most recent time that it got released when it first came out, doing twins on Shadow Priest was bonkers. That was the hardest thing I've done in like the last couple of years. That was the sweatiest that I've ever had to try. It was so hard. I'm a perfectly fine player. I'm not a bad player, but I'm definitely not like a mythic raider. I don't regularly play at a super high level. I would say I play at a medium level. And I really had to pull out the stops for that one. This add-on is all the things. ATT. How do I read that? Right now it's showing me my mini list, which is a list of everything that I don't yet know from the zone that I'm in. So it would have changed when I just ported back to Dalaran to show me the different things that you can get in Dalaran that I don't have. I apparently do not have the Shoe Shine kit. It's a lot of text. I don't have Rat Stallion. My main is some amount of progress on that mount, but I actually don't have this mount. There's a project eventually. I love him. Yeah. Last year's mutton was the item. Oh, awesome. I want to look that up. Where are we at? That's yoga. Undermine exchange. Last year's mutton. I betcha I don't have it. Oh, man. Oh, man. So there's only 20 of them total in all US realms. The cheapest one available is $500,000. And they usually go for somewhere in the 700 to 900 range. Wow. So right now, the absolute... Hang on. The absolute cheapest one that's in stock is on Zul'jin. There's 2 of them at $500,000 each. Oh, I'm so sorry. Man. And then, yeah, just for, I'm curious as to compare it to something like the Stinkrot Smasher, which is an Island Expedition weapon mog. Those, there's 136 of those by comparison, and they have a price in kind of like the $500,000 range, with the cheapest one right now being 165. What about the Glazer? I wonder what the stock is like on the Glazer, because that's quite rare. There's 68 Glazers, so yeah, I wonder if that mutton's not available anymore for there to only be 20 of them. There's literally over 3 times as many Glazers, and this thing is awful to get. It's a terribly low drop rate. Actually, 355k is not bad. Dang it. Oh, no. So yeah, the X's are just from Can I Mog It? That's just indicating to me that I don't have it collected. Anything on this list is something that I don't have yet. Or that I'm missing something from. Oh, we just need to do a little bit more here. Didn't want to sit on? No, I would have done a similar thing. Oh. Tips for hoarding items. Need to do some cleaning before the sex pack. Watch the Marie Kondo show on Netflix and apply the joy sparking mentality to your game, to your items. Does this spark joy? Can I let it go? Has it served its purpose already? This is literally what I do. I'm kind of too far on the other side of the spectrum, though. I get rid of things very easily, and I get rid of things that I probably shouldn't. I am team throw it away, unless you are absolutely positive you're going to need it. You would have listed it for 5k? If I saw that there was a value of like $1 million on my TSM estimation, I probably would have at least given it to Flabby. It's just stuff that sells for like 1,000 or like 5,000 that I'm selling for like a couple hundred gold, because I know that those things, you could get a couple thousand for them, but it would take ages. I just want to get rid of them. If something's going for over 10k, I'll probably just give it to Flabby. Warbands have revealed a trove of random stuff from very early X-Packs to me in my long abandoned haunts. There's a few things that I kind of wish I'd held on to. Sold a piece of gear you don't have the appearance for, you will learn it. No matter the armor type. Yeet. Sort through those for valuable transmogs. One thing that I managed to hold on to was I saved my Bloodsail Pirate Transmog. It was like white quality Mog. And I got it well before white quality Mog was learnable. And I figured that one day they would let me add it to my collection. So that one sat in the bank. I think it's still in the bank. That one sat in the bank for a long time, and it finally eventually paid off. And usually if there's an item that I feel like could maybe become a toy eventually, we did it. usually I will hold on to those, although I really should have held on to one of the stuffed bears. Nice. Level 70. Happy birthday to me.
No time for nostalgia, champion.
No time for nostalgia.
What can I get for you today?
So I don't really need any of these blue recruits items. I can wear the bow.
Here there. Watch your back.
Now you've got time for a new hunter. I can probably finish leveling Gorla, my warlock, before my Minari warlock. I already have a few other warlocks, but I can probably finish leveling that Draenei warlock before the War Within. But first, we have gearing to do. We're at 302 with that defender's crossbow on. I do know I have all these things in my warbank already, but I have enough hunters that other hunters can wear them, so let's just get... I'm not going to fuss too much about secondaries here. There's a neck, ring 1, ring 2, trinket, additional trinket. Procs are always good. There's a cloak, belt, bracers, gloves, boots, legs. I wonder what she's gonna look like actually in all of this stuff. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, nice. It actually equipped into both my different ring slots instead of just replacing the first ring twice. Yeah, I'm gonna catalyze it for sure. That's our next stop. Is she cute? Hang on, let's get outside. Does she look good? Yeah, I was still wearing white quality gloves. Oh yeah, that's not a bad set. I wouldn't say that the weapon really goes with the armor, but that's alright. So let's take it to the catalyst. Actually, let's... Sometimes I like to zoom into a wall for this so I can try and avoid trying to trade somebody something that I can't even trade anyway. Get rid of our heirlooms here. Couple quest items we don't need anymore. And we have an extra 37k, we have an extra 37k of memories. We can eventually pull those to my main and use them to buy extra pieces. I can't believe I wore white gloves the entire time.
I've seen things that would scare you shitless.
Okay, let's go take a little look. Gives you the appearance at 480 for the Raid Finder set. The helmet is ruining her hair. After I'm done messing with Catalyst, I can re-transmog it. Get the shoulders and the belt to my hunter for War Within. Felt like I needed something like that to go with the next X-Pack. Okay, 481. Happy with that. Whenever I'm flying to the Catalyst in Dragonflight, I always like to go up the stairs and port to the top of the tower so that I have that extra elevation so I don't have to run out of vigor, because I'm so bad at managing vigor and I'm so unwilling to pay more attention and do a better job that it's way easier just to start it way up here and then just like soar half the way there. $40 months from Thelezra. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Time is running. Still love your content a lot, Hazel. Send lots of love. Appreciate it. How can you not call it dragon juice? I spent the first half of this expansion just saying, hey, my bird's out of gas. I'll catch up with you later. Let's take a look at this. Ooh, time rates are up. We got 9 charges, but that's okay. Yeah, I bought all this gear and it looks like it's going to let me catalyze it just fine. Which is going to change the appearance. They get their big girl sets when they hit max level. I feel like she's going to need to earn a big gear set, a big girl gear set just by doing some real content one day. Maybe when she's 80. One of the nice things is I actually apparently didn't even have this colorway of this set. This is I'm learning a bunch of Transmog for the first time just doing this, so that's super nice. And we have enough charges to do the entire set just once. Man, I can't believe this character is only like... What's my played? 7 hours old. And she's already like fully leveled, not even boosted, ready to go, wearing full catch-up gear. Clean bags, clean bank. Happy with that. Let's put her Transmog yak. Let's get the expedition yak on the bar. Only, yeah, pretty much only from echoes. I had to get to level 10 elsewhere. I decided to do that in Teldrassil, as opposed to Excel's Reach. But then, yeah, 10 to 70 in 7 hours, give or take. So, if she wanted to wear like a pre-made set, I have millions of them. I do think she looks lovely in Night Elf Heritage. But I wonder if I want to make her earn it? Nah. I don't want the bow to be too much, actually. I like a fairly lightweight bow. Do I want to hide the gloves, actually? Yeah, I do, actually. I want to hide the gloves. Probably not the shoulders, though, right? I mean, the shoulders are really nice looking. But I think I actually... Yeah, maybe we wear stripped down heritage armor so that it feels a little more minimal. Because I want to let her tattoos breathe. I want to let her tattoos show, basically. Do I like the bracers? Do I want different bracers? No, I like the bracers. The boots are really good. And then maybe a slightly different bow. I know we have lots of lovely Fasteras. And the nice thing about those is that they actually come with a quiver. I do also have a quiver backmog, so if I wanted to do a different bow with a quiver, we've got one from the trading post here somewhere. It's a hunter only. Yeah, we could do the Trapper's Furland quiver if we wanted to have it with a different bow. I have a lot of bows. I think. I have 11 pages. 192 of them. And there's a lot of really nice ones that I often like. I often just put her in like a recruit's longbow. You know, I don't want it to be too much. The double quiver, oh no. Yeah. Yeah, we'll save that for now. Or we'll put it on 500 gold! That was like all of her gold! What did you just catalyze? The entire set of gear that I bought from the vendor. All of this 480 gear. Yeah, I think she looks great. I just wanted her to be a little bit stripped down. I didn't want it to be completely, like, out of the box Barbie doll. I wanted a slightly more narrow silhouette. Transmog cost alone kind of makes Void Elf very tempting. Yeah, I like the heritage a lot. I think the other pieces also look really nice, but... Oh, wait, what's up? Oh, we don't need to worry about that. So let's go. And I'll take the portal. We're going to fly back to Valdrak and take the portal to the Emerald Dream and then get a couple hundred pets. I don't know if I got the white variation of the heritage armor. Sounds like something I might have forgotten to do. How do you get it? Emerald Dream campaign on a night off? Yeah, I wonder if I didn't do it. I guess I'm wondering if my heritage is in here at all. Might have some progress on your druid. Maybe? I don't know if I really redid my, I don't know if I really redid my, the campaign at all. Neon Skies, thank you for the 5-month resub. Have a good day. They're usually at the very bottom. Oh, okay. Good call. So that's a bit funny. It only shows me as it having 8 of 8 of 1 and 0 of 8 of the second. And normally there's a drop down button here that would let me toggle it to a different... Like normally if there's multiple, like here, you'll be able to toggle it and see the different colors. But it doesn't actually have that drop down for me. Very strange. Anyways, Emerald Dream time. Yeah, this portal's up for me now. That's nice. I didn't have to do the questline. It's time for my temporary bird pet to be gone. So there's lots of beautiful things you can tame out here. I'm actually going to release this bird. Want one of these? I had to get a tome to learn how to tame them, but I did do that already. Oh, it's so much smaller. Yeah, there we go. Cute. Okay. Yesterday you raided Taliesin. First time you do it? In a long time. I hadn't been raiding recently. I used to do it years ago. But they raid us all the time. I figured it was the least I can do. Hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Cute Hunter. Oh, thank you. So this is Kyria. My other pet's Kyria. After my cat Kira. Sometimes I like to literally... for hunter name inspiration, and sometimes alt name inspiration. Sometimes I will just kind of like wander around and check the names of NPCs and vendors and stuff and see if anything jumps out at me as being fun.
So many possibilities.
Or if I can take like a short version. Mithrindir, what are you, Gandalf? Let's see. Race name generator. Best inspiration is the auto name generator. What was the name of the boss? The one that sang the little song. Amir Drasil, Council of Dreams. Oh, it was called Pip. That's right. It doesn't help me a whole lot. Erwin, Uktos, and Pip. I feel like I need to figure out the name that I want for this before I move on to do another, before I tame my next pet. I guess there's also time. I don't have to name it right now. Built-in random name generator. Yeah, warlocks really have it easy. Do any of you have names that I want to steal? Hey, Nina.
We've been walled up for far too long.
Really? Talia 4 Dragon's Armor so much. Why can't we have that? I did not upgrade this gear with any stones. I have no flight stones whatsoever. Dota's fairy dragon is called Puck. Yeah, I feel like they have like cool, like cute little names. Like they're not usually super like elegant elfy names. I have this like difficult to repress urge to name it Flip, which isn't a name. It doesn't even do flips. Less syllables, the better. Yeah. The medical term for nosebleeds, and I think it would make a good WoW name. Epistaxis. Has to be a demon hunter. Must be a demon hunter. I haven't picked a tenacity pet yet, but that's a few steps down the line here. Whoa. Why did I become a Vrackle? Is it my trinket? A chance to awaken the powers of the races of Northrend, temporarily transforming you and increasing your combat capabilities. Oh, okay. The weathered Northrend sigil does that apparently. I was a bit surprised. I want to see the tattoos. Oh. Trinkets are silly. I was thinking, wait, I'm not even by the events anymore. What's happening to me? I had to take that one off. It was annoying me too much. I figured I would like it because it's a passive. So I don't have to worry about it. It just kind of happens. Oh yeah, this hunter's where it's at. This feels good. Even if you're a mage, you'll get the attack bar buff. Oh man. Still need to finish the Dragonflight campaign. Yeah, apparently there's another color that I don't have. I didn't know that. I did the campaign, but not on a Night Elf. I don't know if I knew that there was something to unlock there, or maybe I knew and I just didn't bother, didn't have time, didn't make time. Mountain it randomly procs, dismount, eat, blink, breathe. Ardenweald has some good NPC names. I know if I'm getting, it's not a good sign that I'm getting stuck here. I have a whole 2 more pets to name and tame. Tame and name. Alright. Speak to me. Ah, to heck with it, you're Flip. Done. Alright, I gotta pick out a color of Somnal. I think I want an emerald one. So that was my ferocity pet. So that's my lust pet. For a cunning pet, I wanted to do a bird of prey. Not the fiery Somnal. I don't have the ability to tame those. You need the mythic kill for that. But I think I wanted one of these guys. The green or maybe brown. But with the long tail. That seems nice. So watchful Somnal. I guess they come in a bunch of different colors. So let's make a little macro. I might stick around and do this rare. I love that model so much, the owl. Yeah, they're cute. Oh, I'm a Tonka. I remember when people wanted these, and then we got High Mountain Torn instead. Hope that at some point we could use Evoker Visage for the Warband screen. Yeah, it would be really nice. Oh, man. It's the gold. It's the gold for the World Quest. It's getting me. So apparently they're just all over. So I'm just gonna fly around, mash my keybind, and we're gonna try and find one in a color that we like. I'm pretty sure I'm looking for that green, but I am open, you know, if we fall in love with something.
The wildlife are in serious danger.
We need more
Do not
cows.
act swiftly.
Slash moo.
Assist with the rescue mission before it is too late.
I wonder if they're more like around the center? In the tree area? Have I misspelled it? Watchful Somnowl. Watchful Somnowl. That's correct. Check on Wowhead. Oh, I see it. So it looks like there's a big stripe of them kind of through the middle. There should be a bunch of them in sort of the south mid of the zone, kind of like down here-ish. Go take a look. I need to turn off Rare Scanner. This is way too many things going on. I don't need a laden Somnut. I'm sorry. It's not fanfare worthy. Been selling the weapons from that zone for thousands since purging banks. Wonder why. Transmog maybe? Temp number 5 was the magic number. Nice. If I have a hard time naming pets, I love asking my friend or partner to give a name. Got some really great ones over the years, like Swiffer and Duster, the hunter pet birds. Feeling ready for the war within? My characters are ready enough. I don't know if I'm ready. I don't know if I'm like emotionally ready. Where is this owl? Maybe. Oh, there's one. That's a majestic Somnowl. It's pretty. It's not green though. It just like swooped right by me. Oh, there it is. Yeah, those are gorgeous. Mist Chaser Somnowl. Oh, there's the fishies. Oh, don't even get me started on the fishies. I'm pretty sure you can tame those too. What are they? Let me beast lure it. Pet utility beast lure. Cannot be tamed. I cannot tame that. Sadness. I mean, if they can fly here, then why wouldn't they be able to fly anywhere else? I kind of wish this zone was one of like the launch zones for Dragonflight. I would have spent more time in it. Any owls? Hello? There's fishies. Spent a lot of time here just farming druid forms. I remember I got like really lucky with the bear form from the world boss. I think it was maybe my first or second try on a druid and it just dropped. Which I think was a tiny bit tough to swallow if somebody had been farming it for a long time. Wish we could tame the fish. They just get a little bubble. Found the mage hat. The Wayward Chronomancer's Chrono Cap. I think I'm just going to invent my specs until I get to level 80, and then I'll check the guides and I'll import something. I won't worry about it too much while we're just leveling, I think. I'm sure we can I'm sure we can get to 80. I'm excited about this ult. This will be my main DPS ult after Shadow Priest. Pray that Xalatath becomes a priest caster legendary. It would fit the theme. Yeah, but she's like not in the weapon anymore. she's out there living her life. She's hatched. She's broken free. Details. I mean, what if, I mean, we could make an argument that the shell of the weapon is like, still contains her, like, deodorant or something. She left some nail polish on the edges of it and it's still got some power. Oh yeah, that's right, I was looking for owls. Let's track, not hunter tracking, let's do just beasts. Baiting flame tails, and we'll keep an eye out for the owls this way. Pine shrews. Oh, there's so many beasts. There's so many beasts. There's dream sabers too. I didn't really think of dream sabers. Pine shrews. See, now I have to beast lure everything. Can you tame pine shrews? No, you cannot. They never let you do anything fun. That's what I tell my dog when I have to make him keep walking when he wants to stop and wait for somebody. He's like, I'm sorry. I never let you have any fun. Xalatath, the person petrified, is a big mace. Oh, there's owls. There's a whole bunch of them right here. There's a pack of them. Well, no, those are fawns. Those are salamanders. Okay, not a pack of them, but there's at least one. Are you pretty or purple? I'm starting to think it might be harder than I thought to get a green one. I mean, that one's pretty. But I don't know if that's what I want. So, sorry. Yeah, I'm looking to find a green one. Go down south. I thought I passed by there. I didn't find any, but I may not have been looking correctly. Also, I look ridiculous on this mount in this form from the trinket. Vrykul playable when. In exactly this scale, I will accept no other options. Watchful Glade Hint. The Void Song Staff is her own weapon. Southwest. Vrykul, Jinyu, Murloc, Hosen, Ogres. Check ethereals and centaurs and dryads in there. There's a vigilant somnel. Now I'm wondering if the different somnels are in various colors. 4 tameable creatures with this look. So there's a lot of different versions of them. Predatory Fern Talon, Ancient. Yeah, there's all kinds of different ones. I guess we just kind of like get up in the trees. Maybe I should be normal flying and not dragon riding, because that's a pretty bird, but it's not the one we want. I'm probably gonna switch to static flying so I can actually land on these things. Hi, hello. My house just almost got broken into by my neighbor's cat. I'm gonna say congratulations on your new cat. Oops. I don't know what to say, officer. He just likes sleeping here. Yeah, they're cunning. I wanted a cunning pet. I like having one handy for movement speed. For questing and stuff. There we go. Now we don't have to worry so much about running out of vigor. So there's a vigilant one. Not the right color. I mean, it's a perfectly good color. It's just not the one I'm looking for. A lot of seeds from previous, are they now useless? I still plant them for the weekly quest because I don't have all the transmog yet from it. Is kind of where I'm at with that. There's a vigilant somnel up there. I feel like I should, if I don't want the color of it, I should literally murder it just to make it respawn. And so I don't like keep checking it. They're really pretty. Listen, it's the circle of life. Maybe it'll respawn with the feathers that we want. So that's a butterfly. I also love butterflies as hunter pets, but my Draenei hunter already has butterflies, so I'm not sure if I want them again on this particular one. There's another somnel over here. Sorrel down. Can't believe. Have you ever been to a hibachi style dinner at Benihana? No, never. It's pretty uncommon to catch me in a restaurant. Not like never, but not often. Okay, we'll go check it over that way. Oh, hang on, there's another Sorrel Down. Although I wonder if Sorrel Down is like Elvish for boring colors. Not boring. Just not green. Although, what if we want one of the more natural colored ones? You know, those are nice too. Plus, they look a little bit more like a I mean, they look pretty fantastical, but they look a little bit more like a real animal. Camping Arcturus for a couple days now, still no luck. Oh, I hope it comes up for you soon. I'm gonna have to pick out a tenacity pet as well. It could be from anywhere in the game. It doesn't have to be from the Emerald Dream, but I kind of like the idea of having like a trio of pets from the Emerald Dream, especially on a Night Elf Hunter. There's a lot of cantankerous turtles. Oh, here's some owls. Somewhere. Mistchaser Somnow. These are cute. Oh, there's a nice one. Kind of blue. Not green, though. Can you get every pet spec? Oh, for sure. I know that there's bears, if nothing else. The bears and the turtles should be tenacity. Once I found my bird, we can check out Potopia and pick out another color. I wonder how rare the different colors are, actually. I didn't think this was going to be a problem. Decided my gathering tune will be my Night Elf Druid. Kind of like her aesthetics. I'm excited to Druid gather with, like, the dragon riding Druid form. I think that'll be really fun. So, I feel like all these Mistchaser ones are blue. There's some Vigilant Somnels over here. That's a pretty brown one with a long tail. It's a very pretty one, actually. There's another one. Like the foxes as cunning pets, I have one called Dog and Daisy. Oh man, talent point's scary. What about down here? That one's red. Oh. Listen, I'm not committing to this as my for sure pet. But like, that's a tenacity pet right there. That's a rare. It's gonna be funny if it's an appearance that's shared with like 19 other turtles in the zone. I don't know if it's me. It's cool, though. He's got a lot going on. I'm very curious. I have to look it up. If that one happens to be a, if that's the only one of that appearance, or if there's like a ton of them. So let me look at turtles. Stone dragon turtles? Maybe? Darn it, there's a ton of them. There's a lot of them. There's some in Bastion, actually, as well. I thought I was really doing something. Also, the rare's back up. Bastion turtles didn't make it to the water. Where is... There's a dusty somnowl up here. A lot harder than I thought. The dusty ones I feel like are all the same color. Let me go back and look. Birds of prey. Show you what I'm looking at. I'm getting less picky about the specifics of it, of the bird and the tail and the ears and stuff. I wonder why I can't scroll properly. Is it just because it's not maximized? Small ears, short tail, medium ears, medium tail. Ah, there's all kinds of them. Large ears. Because I wonder if some of them are a little bit easier to find, like somnambulant Ori. Or do we like the big ears? The big ears are a bit spooky. Predatory fern talon. You can click on these and they'll give you a wow head like that shows you their range. So those are all right there. I'll go take a look. Maybe they'll be cute. I wish they weren't so shy. We always look for owls when we go walking around dusk. Like, I'll stop and I'll look up and check the trees and stuff to see if we can find them. Sometimes. Not very often, but once or twice we've been able to see them. But usually I won't see them unless they happen to move while I'm looking. If they're just sitting still, I won't find them. Never seen one in the wild, only in the zoo or a sanctuary. They're so stealthy. One flew right over like a foot or two over our heads once when we were walking. I think it was pre-dog. I think it was before the dog. We were just out walking in the evening, and it took off from just like a little neighborhood tree and right over the head. And it was so cool because you could hear it pass from the air moving, but it wasn't making any sound. Like the bird wasn't making any sound. It was just like a paper airplane going over your head. It was very cool. Yeah. Like these ones. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, turtle. I've changed my mind. Let me see. Is that it? Here, come over this way. Let's see in the light. Face this way. Me trying to take screenshots of my hunters. Excuse me. There's probably a better way to do it. There we go. That's a nice bird. Works so well with night elf as well. There's an owl used to live outside my bedroom. Would be so loud at night. Back a couple of apartments ago, there was one that lived in the woods around the apartment complex. And you knew it because it had the same... It would hoot like a... There was an old commercial for some kind of like cell service, cell brand. It was like Woohoo or something. But in the commercials, they had this really annoying song that was annoying on purpose. You'd remember it. And it was kind of like a woohoo. And I could remember that owl forever because it had the same intonation, almost the same pitch that was the exact hoot that it would do. Is it would do a 3-part. It would always go hoo, hoo, hoo. And I always thought that it sounded exactly like it was just advertising for woohoo or whatever it was that the brand was. I don't remember the details. Wanted him the Flamebird. Don't have the Mythic mount. Yeah, I like these ones. I feel like they're a bit understated, but they're still very pretty. I like that color a lot. Besides, I feel like the green kind of complements the purple. It's like a complementary color to the purple of my Night Elf's hair. Not everything has to like be a perfect match. Okay, now you need, plus I love that they land. Some of the birds, like the owls that you get in the very starting area, will just kind of flap next to you all the time. I think it's really cool that one will land, but then does fly when it's like attacking. Here, let me make sure that's true. It is a bit funny actually that it runs over on the ground. I like that it landed. I don't know if I like that its default mode is to run and to peck things on the ground. That's actually a bit funny. It's a walking owl. Ground pecker. My goodness. Worth it still though. Oh hey, I got a Wildleaf Greatsword. I wonder if somebody will buy it. Oh no, it's soulbound. Never mind. Okay. So we named the other one Flip. I'll come up with a name later. It's too much pressure right now. In the meantime, let's pick out a tenacity pet to look for, and hopefully we'll find something that I can come to grips with a little bit faster. So I typically like to go tenacity, and then I'll usually just find a few likely looking categories to open. Crabs. Lizards. Flip and flop. Flamebird is a pet, so nice. Got it from the guild even though I'm not a raider. Oh, awesome. Yeah, the echoes are the easiest way to level an alt outside of Remix for sure. She could have a duck. She could tame a duck. I don't know if that's if that's exactly what I want. They're cool, but I love cranes, but Squidgy's got a crane. I don't need a crane here. There's endless amounts of what? Hang on, I need to see it in 3D. I need to spin this thing around. When you really need to get your wine bottle open. The main thing the family categories do is they give you a different passive ability while you have them out. A cunning pet gives you 12% extra movement speed, a ferocity pet will give you leech, and a tenacity pet gives you health. They also change the active abilities, so with a cunning pet you can lust, with a tenacity pet you get an extra defensive cooldown, and with a cunning pet, I don't know. I don't remember. Some kind of utility thing. Anyways, the Shellhorn was a War Within thing. We have Dream Stags. I think these are, I mean, I know it's rich coming from a woman with a somnal, but these are kind of too Disney for me. That's the thing, is I like the kind of classic sort of elegant, mysterious, foresty pets. But sometimes they do end up looking a little too Disney. One pet gave me a healing bonus that I loved in the Mage Tower. Spirit Beasts have a self-heal, or, well, a castable heal. You can direct it on whoever you want. Oh, I love these things. I love the gazelles. I have a gazelle tamed on, I think, my Troll Hunter, and if I don't, I should. The reindeer just looks so goofy. It looks like it's been taxidermied already, and it's just being puppeted around. I didn't know you could tame them, actually. Like, look at... Why? This head says mounted on a fireplace. Over a fireplace. Perfect for an undead hunter pet. Oh, the giraffes. The giraffes are very cool. Not for this hunter, though. I mean, I love the gazelles enough to maybe do it anyways. Matching be darned. For toads. Oh, that's right! Oh, man. Okay, so that's gonna be your tenacity pet. Like, for sure. For sure. She can deal without one for until next week. I can wait, right? I can wait. If you haven't seen these yet, you must have, but if you haven't seen these yet, they have the most phenomenal. So they're standing, you know, they're attacking. You know, they mean it. They mean business. They're getting at it. They're walking. Let's do a little walk. And they're walking along. They're doing a little flump, flump, flump. They got their little flippers. And then they're running. Every time. This will never not be funny to me. This will never not be funny. I am a simple person. This gets me every single time. It's just like so relatable, you know? When the store closes at 9 and you left late. Maybe I should be a hunter main now. Yeah, and there's gonna be like a bunch of different colors and stuff of those, or I guess at least 5 of the mud skippers. So that's gonna be one of my pets for sure. They're so silly. I could grab something else in the meantime, but I don't know if it's that important that I do so. What do we got? There's mammoths. We've got like the lava mammoths. Alex. But yeah, the skipper is 1000% happening. I wonder if I know I opened up stags earlier, but I wonder if I just want like a regular, like a dark shore kind of deer. Like go past the elder horns. I mean, these things have always been a bit spooky to me. Oh man. I don't know why, but I have a searing headache. That's no good. I can't go back to bed until later. I gotta stay up for a few more hours. Make those long leg beasts and Zerlich tameable. Oh, spirit beasts are tenacity as well, actually. Wow, this is completely news to me. Sloraka is a tracking tame. Stealth cannot be tamed without using a flare in her vicinity. Leaves footprints. Really? I mean, I don't know if I want it, but like, that's cool. The owl spirit beast for night elves. Is she usually up? Respawn timer 5 to 10 minutes. Use flare in front of a freshly spawned heavy track. That's kind of sick. Loa tiger. Alright, we'll keep that in mind. I'm not really a Stormwolf person. The Mana Sabers are fine. The Lightning Fox is fine. The Spirit Tigers are really cool. I loved Anka. I used to camp Anka all the time. Like, I would do that on every hunter. I would love to get that again. Is something happening? But, kind of a pain in the butt. The porcupines are kind of cute. The bear is beyond me. Banthalos is also really good. Never seen this pet before. Seems cool. I wonder if we can just, like... I wonder if I'm good enough to just get the pet, you know? So this is what the pat looks like. It goes up the shore, basically to the lake, and then down, kind of curving around the cliffs there in sort of an oval. I'm assuming it goes clockwise? Counterclockwise. It goes counterclockwise, takes 17 minutes to complete a lap. Respawns 5 to 10 minutes. The tracks, paw prints surrounded by dirt, last 5 to 10 minutes. Did anybody screenshot the tracks, maybe? No. What about, if I go to this? No, doesn't exist. Okay. I kind of have to go soon. I don't think I have time to do this today. But then you would use your flare and then your trap to tame it, basically. So, the easiest thing to do probably would be to just go find any one point on that spawn route. Maybe like just up by the shoreline. And wait and watch for the tracks. I don't know how close together that they spawn. But you'd be looking at somewhere in the 20 to maybe 30 minutes if somebody else beat you to it. I guess it could technically be indefinitely if somebody else beat you to it, but yeah, I don't know if like I feel like I would use the red tiger sort of situation more if it was a that's kind of cool. A troll hunter? Like I would use it on a different hunter? But it might be neat to have on this one. Oh, no, I don't have time to set this up right now. Maybe today's Friday, so tomorrow's Saturday. Maybe on tomorrow's or Sunday's stream. I'm also probably going to do a little bit more Radiant Echo alt leveling for my Warlock to see if we can maybe get that offhand. The flare is just your flare, your hunter flare. So if you found the tracks up and you would use flare to reveal it, and then you would trap the thing and then you would tame it. X Arthur, thank you very much for the 26-month resub. Hazel, watch news update. Hope you're feeling up to making them again in some time in the future. Love watching your updates every week. Thank you very, very much. Got all weekend. What's for lunch today? I don't know. After the protein shake, I don't really want to eat anymore. I'm feeling pretty full. Tiger is my tenacity pet for Mythic Plus. Wish Feta Devourer had the heal. I appreciate your company. Thank you very much for joining me today, and I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day.